The fancy folk back east across the mountains may enjoy hobnobbing it up in their silver cities. But down here in the west of Damascus, we prefer a more hands-on approach to getting that silver and gold. Life on the frontier ain't for everyone. It's a cold and it's a hard mistress that'll chew you up and spit you back out if you ain't got the grit for it. But you keep on searching whatever corner of the wilderness you find, or you keep on digging till you hit bedrock, you might eventually find that motherlode and make you richer than any of them kings back east. Of course, that ain't the lifestyle for everyone. You know how it is when the gold gets flowing. People start playing at cops and robbers. Now, I'm probably overselling the danger a little bit. Most days there ain't the sudden discovery of a mountain of gold. Most days the rich stay rich, poor stay poor, and those in Damascus who don't leave their sleepy little towns choose to stay in them. But y'all didn't come here for a story about a sleepy little town, did you? I get the scene. You want some excitement? I can provide. Let me tell you a tale about a good old-fashioned train heist. Howdy. Welcome to Tales from the Trail, aka Fallen Empires is taking a little bit of a rest because the plot's looking towards Atlas and Atlas cannot make it. So instead, we're going across the seas to another part of the Ten Realms. We are going to Damascus, the Wild West continent. That's the best way to put it, because honestly, look at these people. No, seriously, look at these people. I only had the drawing of the one, so I just found the rest. Alternatively, that's definitely official art of Irvine Caneas, one of the cowboys of Moo Mesa, and a goblin in a poncho.
That's very good.
This is the best thing ever.
I love what's happening.
Very, very good. This is the best.
I agree.
So joining us today, we have JoJo.
I was a fair ranger from all across the Wild West. I once shot a man just for looking at me wrong, and another time I shot a man because I hadn't shot a man in 2 weeks.
We have Scott.
So am I playing literal cowboy Percy this time, or am I playing literal cowboy Noah?
No.
I've lost track.
I can't believe Scott continues to play the good Southern boy. We have Phil.
Buckle up, boys. My American accent is abysmal.
Oh, boy.
That's a lie.
And we have Walrus.
I want to be a cowboy, baby.
Oh, God.
Oh, my ears.
Oh my God, I haven't heard that in so long.
Oh, baby.
Mr. Walrus, why?
It's perfect.
It is perfect.
It is.
It's fun.
I
So,
approve.
okay. Welcome to Damascus. It's a tale of two worlds, basically. Across the High Sierra to the east are the Silver Cities, but those are for the fancier folk, the folk who aren't salt of the earth. We're dealing with the west of Damascus. We're dealing with the people who live out in Coalbank. Now, Coalbank is a mining town out on the mostly unsettled western frontier. Most people out west know two environments, the harsh desert, or digging for something deep underground. Coalbank, on the other hand, is a little bit different. See, Coalbank is where they're starting to build the railroads. What? Can't have a good Wild West setting without any railroads now, can you? Now, ideally, once these railroads are built, they'd let people cross the mountains all the way to the east, get trade booming, who knows, maybe make the lawless West not so lawless. Unfortunately, crossing the mountains is the hard part. See, out west, not out west, out in the mountains, there's this thing called the High Sierra tribe that live out in the High Sierra area of the mountains. And they don't take kindly to interlopers. Not to mention, they have a shitload of guns and gunpowder ready to defend themselves. There were a lot of shootouts back in the day, but nowadays there's been, they call it a peace treaty? It's more of a ceasefire. So, railroad construction is slowed down, and the High Sierra tribe has agreed not to come down on the west guns blazing, which is great for Coalbank, because it is dangerously close to the mountains. Now, as we open today in Coalbank, the railroads leading here are just about to be completed. Now, there are plenty of folk who come to Coalbank, and obviously a lot of reasons they would come to Coalbank, but one reason is a pretty plain one. Drink. There's gonna be a lot of booze flowing, because it's so damn close to a railroad coming into town. And here's where we open on our lovely cast of characters. First off, we've got Snap. Snap, you are a goblin desperado, is what you'd like to call yourself. What most people would call you is a bandit. You've separated yourself from a lot of your goblin brethren, not only by your choice of weaponry, but by your choice of fighting. While a lot of others are sneakier types, you roll into the fray, guns blazing, and you reload once everyone's dead. Still, you've run into the law a couple of times before, and they've driven you out of Coalbank enough times that you've tentatively agreed no shooting anything while you're in Coalbank, but once you get out onto the trail, anything goes. Which
they just miss me, don't they?
They totally do. That's definitely why everyone's completely staring at you with the evil eyes as you walk into the saloon and get something to drink.
I take it as some sort of affection.
Yeah.
Hidden glares, more like loving stares.
You do that, you little hellraiser. You do that. All right. Among those giving you a stare, having heard of your reputation, being out in the frontier and in the wilderness most of his life, Ermeyer, you're an elf, which, not a lot of elves make their way out to the west of, Damascus, but someone's gotta work the frontier, someone's gotta protect the wilderness, someone's gotta work as a trapper, because, hey, money isn't, it doesn't grow on trees.
It certainly don't.
Mm-hmm. And, you've led a pretty quiet life so far, just picking up arms when you need to. They call you Deadeye, sorry, let me back up. They call you Deadeye, people who get on the wrong side of your rifle, because you're not exactly the run-in guns blazing type, but when you sit down and take aim, you are nasty when you hit something. You're the Wild Western equivalent of a sniper, because sniper rifles don't exist, but hunting rifles do. Now, as you have headed into the saloon, because, railroads coming into town, that's going to mean a lot of development, and that's going to mean not a lot of unspoiled wilderness out here in the frontier. So, if you can't exactly stop it, you might as well get some drink, see how it's progressing, and deal with it. Now, you've earned an honest living as best you can working as a trapper, and speaking of honest livings, we have Darius. You're a Minotaur. Not a lot of Minotaurs are out here in Damascus, so you get a lot of stares, but people appreciate the work you do down in the mines, looking for that one big score, that one motherlode of silver and gold that's sure to lie just below the surface. And there are also a lot of people who make cowboy jokes because of course they would.
Wow.
Gotta expect those at some point in your life. You're gonna find it here eventually.
Mm-hmm. Now, being a big old guy, the mining company trusts you with some of their bigger guns, and I'm not being figurative here. They've given you some pretty big guns, like, you specialize in using a blunderbuss where other people use rifles or pistols. You specialize in basically clearing out swarms of varmints, and if the spread shot doesn't work, you've got dynamite. For entirely legitimate reasons. You're a miner. You're not some kind of mad bomber. What do people think? Just because you're a Minotaur you want to bomb places? Come on, that'd be silly.
That's not fair at all.
People think I'm incorrect calling these things boomsticks. I'll disagree. I throw the sticks, they go boom.
That was beautiful.
I agree.
All right. And you are here in the saloon, as usual, getting drinks, for one reason and one reason alone. You're off the clock. Business isn't going great in the mines. Might as well get a drink. What, did you think you had some deep, elaborate backstory? Not every Minotaur needs to have a backstory as to why he's digging for gold. Come on. There you go.
He's just in it for the money.
Mm-hmm. Says the bandit.
Hey, can you blame me? I don't think so.
And last but not least, I've mentioned bandits, I've mentioned trappers, and I mentioned miners, but I haven't mentioned the law. See, I said the Wild West was almost lawless, but there are some volunteers who try to keep peace and order as best they can. Those people are volunteers, they are deputies, and among the deputies here working the saloon, we have Tarkin. Now, Tarkin...
It ain't much, but it's honest work.
Mm-hmm. Now, you're not exactly an ordinary deputy. You do your job same as anyone, try to keep law and order where you can, but you've been imbued with special powers. And not from study of magic or study of the clergy, aren't a lot of cause for gods in Coalbank, and there certainly aren't any magical academies out here in the West. No, there was a man who came through town one day. You never got his name, you only got the fact that he wore a sharp suit, had slicked back hair, called himself the Gambler. And you were off the clock, so you played a game, you won a hand, and the next day you woke up with powers of some kind of infernal nature. He comes and goes from time to time, makes demands, but for the most part, leaves you to do what you will. And in this case, what you will is having a drink at the saloon and making sure nothing crazy happens.
You're damn right.
Mm-hmm. Now, being a pretty packed saloon, everyone's kind of bustling in to tables with everyone else, so by sheer happenstance, the four of you are sharing a table.
I sit there and I immediately just throw my seat back and slam my boots on the table and kick my hat back.
You don't mind showing some manners, don't you?
Nah. It's a saloon. I'm here to relax and not plan on doing so.
Ain't I seen you before?
I look up at him and I kind of like lower my hat a little bit. No, I don't believe so.
I could have sworn I seen a gremlin just like you not 5 days ago.
Haha, gremlin, that's good. Nah, I never seen you in my damn life.
Feel like there was some sort of poster of some sort on the wall a couple days ago.
Hey, can we get some drinks around here? I want some scotch on the rocks, your finest whiskey, please.
Hold up. Sir, you said there was a poster? There wasn't a number attached to this poster, was there? Because if there was, well, how big would that number be? And
now, I don't really think we should be talking about this. We're here to relax, not talk about criminals and such. There are tons of... There are tons of...
Talkin's gonna roll insight to see who recognizes this fella.
Oh no!
Seems fine, Tarkin. Everything but for seriousness, because the lies are that bad, a 7 would beat them. You get the feeling that, yes, this is, in fact, the same bandit that you saw 5 days ago and kicked out of town by shooting fire at him and saying, "Don't come back now, y'all hear?" And then he came back now, but it doesn't look to be in the middle of any active banditry, so... shrug.
Gosh darn it, you're Snap, ain't you?
Darn toot.
Son
Just
of a
snap
bitch.
after you said your name? Wait, sorry. Why do you... Okay, hold up. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. That's very interesting. Why do they call you that?
Because I go snap snap with my pistols.
That's fair enough.
So fast that you can't hear a thing except a snap.
Ooh. Man, I wish I had like a nickname like that. I've just got my own one.
Trust me, you don't want one. This little shit's been a pain in my ass for weeks now.
But you love me, you know you do.
I really don't.
I lift my hat above my eyes and I wink at him. And then I put it back down.
We're all in a very, well, it wouldn't be very professional if we just decided to all shoot each other right now. So, let's not do that. And let's
Yeah,
instead...
I don't reckon we should, because I already made a bargain with myself that I wouldn't shoot anybody in this town. But once I'm out of here, snap, snap.
I reckon there's some sort of code that usually says, well, no guns in a saloon anyhow. Wouldn't
Exactly.
really be mighty.
Do you see any guns in my hands? I don't think so.
Could be hiding.
Unless you call these finger guns fine pistols. Ha ha! And he does finger guns at the deputy, sorry.
You know, I reckon you shot the sheriff, but you ain't shot me yet.
All right.
He's
Soon-
getting very close.
Soon after that awful joke, barmaid
Thank
comes over. Barmaid comes over, drops some drinks on the table, pulls a bandana over her face, looks away, and starts walking off.
Oh.
Do I
Don't
know
say
what do bandanas mean anything? Like certain things?
They're usually an item of clothing. If you're trying to think if she's doing anything special, make an insight check.
A silk?
Okay, well, being an expert in the ways of lawlessness and law-breaking, you're pretty sure pulling a bandana over the face means that there's plans to do some criminal mischief. Given the way that she was trying very hard to not let you get a good look at her face, you reckon that she's probably going out to do a heist of some kind.
I bite my lip. I suck my teeth. Hey, deputy, I think you should keep an eye on that waitress over there.
Want to take my eyes off you?
No, seriously, I really recommend you. Because, alright, you know I'm really good at the bandit and law breaking and stuff. I know my way around this kind of thing.
Darius gives Snap a cold stare and give us exactly one good reason. No, 3 good reasons why in the hey we should take your word for salt.
He kind of looks at his fingernails, twists his hand towards everybody to look at his fingernails at another angle, puts them down, puts his hand under his chin. You don't have to. I'm just giving you a warning.
That's still one reason.
Fine, don't believe me. Have this tavern and saloon get robbed or whatever you see fit. Just know that I'm not involved. I was just an innocent bystander.
Tarkin's gonna stand up and, like, slowly follow that particular lady.
All right.
And Snap is gonna smirk under his hat, knowing that he was triumphant.
You, Tarkin, you distinctly follow the lady out of the saloon as she turns a corner, heads into an alleyway, and you peer down. She appears to be talking to some humanoid crow people in an alleyway. They're talking in pretty hushed tones, so you can't tell what exactly they're saying from here, though.
Can I roll stealth to get a bit closer?
Sure.
Motherfucker.
Okay. Let me actually get the dice. That's the one thing I forgot to do to prep this today. All right. So, as you approach, one of the crow people suddenly opens his beak, closes it, leans around the lady, opens his beak, and the sound of your footsteps comes out of it.
Oof.
The waitress turns, her eyes widen, and the Raven men scatter as she backs up into an alleyway. The Raven men are just like, spreading out, diving past you in 2 directions, one climbing up a ladder. Waitress is just kind of standing there, paralyzed in fear.
I'm gonna approach the waitress.
Okay.
Follow with her.
You approach the waitress. She looks you up and down. Is there a problem, deputy? She says, staring at your badge.
I don't know, man. Why didn't you tell me?
I was
What's going on around here?
I was just coming out here getting some fresh air.
Now, don't lie to me, girl. What was with those crewmen?
Oh, you mean the Kanku, don't you?
Let me spell it out, because you might not know what it. Sorry,
I
you might
love
not know how to
Kanku.
spell it, but
Kanku are
Kanku!
awesome.
I love Kanka. Yeah, the crewmen. What was up with that?
Well, I was just getting them a couple of vigils before they went out doing whatever they was doing.
She says, looking away.
Is there a particular what's what I'm looking for?
Mannerism?
Racial transgression towards the Kenku in this part of town?
Kanku are pretty notorious for being thieves, sometimes assassins. Basically, no matter where they go, it's kind of their thing, honestly.
Okay, Tarkin's gonna just shift his clothing slightly to make sure the badge is extremely as visible as humanly fucking possible. And say, now I ain't never met a Kenku I liked. Now you gonna tell me exactly what's going on around here.
Make an intimidation check.
Ooh.
Yeet. Yeet, 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 yeet. Why isn't there? It is.
The waitress was already kind of nervous at being discovered, but she easily buckles. All right. Kanku heard about the train that's coming into town, wanted to know where it'd be in about 12 hours or so they could intercept it, board it. Reckon it's for a heist of some kind. From what I hear, it's loaded with gold, artifacts from the High Sierra, and gunpowder. Lots and lots of gunpowder.
And tell me, did you have time to tell them what they needed?
I told them about the gunpowder, at least. I mean, that was the first thing that came to mind, honestly.
Why don't you go ahead and share that secondary piece of information with little old me?
What secondary piece of information
Oh,
was it?
regarding the time that is appearing.
All right. She, the waitress, for whatever reason, knowing the train schedule, tells you what time approximately the train is going to be rounding the bend towards a valley and heading close to town, and mentions that if you ride out within the next 2-3 hours or so, you might be able to intercept it.
Alrighty then. How did you know all this?
Well, I work multiple jobs. Waitressing don't pay the bills none too well, so I also work in the train handling schedules office. It's pretty new in town, seeing as how there ain't much of a train yet, but it's whatever pays the rent.
I can respect that. Why don't you get yourself back in the saloon?
Yes, sir.
She says, shakily heading back towards the saloon to continue taking people's orders.
And ready me a whiskey. I'll be right in.
Yes, sir.
Fucking just wanted a day off. Alrighty then. And then he goes back into the thingy, the saloon, to get himself one last whiskey before setting out.
All right. You all notice Deputy Tarkin going in to get a whiskey. Looks like something is heavily on his mind. DM talking.
Oh, yeah, he's very furrowed brow.
Very furrowed brow.
Snap is gonna lean his head back to where he can see the deputy from an upside down angle, and go, "Did I tell you so? I think I told you so. That look tells me that I told you so." And he
What'd you
snaps his
hear,
fingers.
Chief? Desperately trying to interrupt the hyperactive goblin just speaks over him. What'd you hear, Chief?
I got more work to do.
What's the sitch?
I can't go telling civilians, especially not you. Jesus Christ.
Come on. Who knows? Maybe I could be some sort of assistance.
Tarkin,
how's this?
Tarkin, as good as your powers are, the gambler would be able to tell you, you've got no chance against a horde of Kenku by your lonesome.
Oh, sorry, no, I was just role-playing. I got a thing.
Cool.
Alright then, Gentlemen. Y'all know anything about a Kenku?
Do I need to make
Do
a
you know
insight
anything
check?
about Kenku?
Yeah, I was about to say, who would like to make a check?
I will make an insight check.
Nature check.
Roleplay one.
Ah,
I got
frick,
it.
sorry.
I got it.
Okay.
Cool.
Damn it.
All right.
Okay.
Hey!
Putting the two of your heads together, Snap and Darius, you know that Kenku are stealthy thieves and assassins, mostly due to the fact that, lacking voices and lacking flight, they're very good at imitating sounds that they hear, so they specialize in deception and the like.
I've messed around with a couple Kenku before. They're sneaky bastards.
Birds of a feather flock together. They can't exactly speak worth the damn, so all they
But
got
they are
is their
hella
wings.
good at intimidating.
Oh,
And
is it?
imitation. That's what I meant. They sound similar. Don't get on my ass about it.
Are you done? Are you quite done?
I will be. Once you
How's
get
the
done with
goddess
that
doing?
attitude of yours.
Now listen here, you.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I think
Talkin's gonna slam his whiskey back down on the table before he sits his own ass back down again. Could you please, one at a time, any of y'all happen to know where these bastards operate?
Well, here's the thing. It's very difficult to just know without really having any information to go on where a person might be, but I come with a particular set of skills that might help you find them.
Snap raises an eyebrow.
I'll bite. Go on.
I know how to track things pretty well, and I know how to shoot things pretty well, and I know how to do so without getting seen very easily. So, if you need help taking care of the Kenku, I could come with. But how should I put this? I don't work for free. What can you offer us?
Well, I work with the sheriff's department, and government's usually pretty generous to those that provide legitimate assistance. But you'll have to provide something first.
I mean, deputy, you know me pretty well. You know I'm a really good aim, really good at being sneaky and shit. I got your back if you're willing to pay.
God, I hate my life right now. All right, big man, what you got?
Truth be told, I don't got much. Though I do have these here explosives.
And you got guns, and by guns, I mean muscle.
I was about to say, you are built like a shit stack of bricks. Like, Jesus. We don't see many Minotaur in this part, so, yeah.
I'm sorry, did you say Minotaur?
Well,
Yeah.
he ain't wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
look,
you work in the mines, don't you? I guess that makes sense. Whatever.
I wasn't exactly born here. Gotta make a living somehow.
Fair enough.
so,
Alrighty, you guys say you can help? Get started. Where do we go?
right, okay. So,
What do I need to roll to know or take an estimated guess as to where they are right now or where they would be hiding?
Are you, like, directly tracking them, or are you trying to make a best guess where the Kenku would be?
Best guess.
Okay. Insight.
Okie dokie.
Contact.
Ah!
All right. So, one thing that that Coalbank has that a lot of other towns out in the frontier don't have is a gambling den. Now, it's not exactly a known gambling den, otherwise the sheriff's department would be there 24/7. They shift where they are on every day of the week, alternating weeks. No one's been able to figure out the schedule on the opposite side of the law. On your side of the law, you've got a pretty good idea where a gambling den for a den of thieves might be.
I think I got a good guess. Sometimes there are these gambling dens. And if you're on the opposite side of the law, like me, and I point to myself with my very very sharp fingernails. I could take you there. Or I could take you to where my bisque is. What do you say?
Kill two birds with one stone. Sure, lead the way, little man.
All right.
He cracks his fingers and hops up and takes the last sip of his whiskey and heads out.
Cool. As I go get
Leading the way.
that particular music track, because I for sure thought you guys would be going straight for the train. All right. You head out of the saloon, cross town. Doesn't take that long. It's frontier town. They aren't very big. And head into what the sign says is a furrier. But then you open the door. There's no trace of animal furs anywhere in sight, unless you count the kanku, in which case you're wrong. Those are feathers. There are a couple of kanku gathered around tables, smoking some cheap pipe weed, throwing darts at tables, drinking, and chattering to themselves in the voices of the locals.
I turn back to the deputy and give this smug-ass grin.
All right. Don't let your ego get you.
Too late.
I do that.
I wouldn't go straight in. I would... Let me handle this. I'll go in first.
Oh,
do
God.
I personally recognize any of the kanku?
You do not.
Motherfucker.
Do I?
You do not. These all look like out-of-towners, actually.
I don't recognize them. They look like out-of-towners. Let me go in first. Since I'm not an officer, they will be more trusting of me. Trusting as much of a thieving fucker would, but, you know.
Darius lets out a puff of smoke from his snout.
You know, I'm curious to see how this goes. This little bitch don't even know why we're here.
All I'm saying... Okay, little guy, do me a favor. Don't...
I know what I'm doing. You have no idea what it's like being a criminal. I was born into it. And then he turns around and heads in.
All right. You
all got a backup plan?
You step into the den full of kanku. A couple of them give you the side eye, but otherwise they aren't moving from their tables.
Do I recognize what game they're playing?
Texas Hold'em, of course.
Huh?
Of course.
So to be fair, it wouldn't be called Texas Hold'em in Damascus, but it's the best poker game ever, so fuck you, that's what they're playing.
No, I don't know. Oh, frick, I don't know poker names. Okay. I head in. I don't know poker terms.
Do you want to join the game?
Yes.
Deal me in.
Hey, fellas, deal me in.
Alright, one of the kanku turns to you, opens its mouth. Ante, 20 gold! You hear the voice of a carnival barker shout from the kanku.
I gotta give 20 gold to play?
Yep.
I have no money.
I am broke.
I didn't rob any banks.
Yeah,
What?
you
My
spent
mistake.
your
Wow, you are a
earnings
terrible.
on terrible
criminal.
whiskey.
Tarkin is just standing at the doorway, arms crossed with a big smirk on his face.
I kind of like furrow my brow and give this mocking at him. And, excuse me for a moment. And I run back to the door and say, okay, y'all, I got him 20 gold.
No.
Okay, listen. I know how to get more information. Just tell me what you want to know and give me 20 gold so I can play the poker game and get closer to them so that they can tell me what they know.
Do you even know how to play poker?
I'm a quick learner.
Oh, God. Okay.
Alright. You, sit down.
And I sit down on his boot to be a cunt.
Good boy. Alright, big man. Bull boy. Follow me.
Cowboy.
Just look mean.
Yes, sir.
Should
just
I,
real mean.
should I
You
wait
keep an eye on that
outside?
one.
Oh, well, fair enough.
And he just kicks the gremlin off his boot.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm enjoying this.
You
So-
don't gotta be so rough.
Uh, Tarkin and Darius, you stroll into the gambling den and you get a lot of looks. Part because there's a big ass minotaur, and part because there's a deputy.
Yeah, let's
no,
around. How many different tables of Kenku are there?
Like, a little less than a dozen.
Oh, that's something. Alright.
I'm telling myself this is going to go horribly wrong, and I'm probably right.
I'll go for that table.
Cool. Alright. You sit down at a table with 3 other Kenku at it, one of which is dealing some cards over to the rest of the Kenku. Dario stands behind you looking very menacing because he's a bull.
Oh.
Howdy there, boys. Having fun tonight?
And then one of them turns to you, opens his mouth. Winner, winner, chicken dinner! You're not sure where he heard that, but apparently he did.
Now, listen. Y'all ain't in trouble. Yeah. I'm just looking for a couple of you boys. Reckon you can help me out?
Another one opens his mouth. Oh god, them Kenku's all the same to me.
Couldn't agree more. Now, any of y'all heard about a train?
The third Kenku opens his mouth and says, in your voice, Drain.
I love Kenku so much.
Yes.
Now, don't get funny with me, boys. I got a mission to protect this town, and I'm hearing some bad shit. Now, do you know anything, or not?
The
And I just
Kenku opens...
nudged,
Sorry, go ahead.
I quickly nudged Darius real quick in the shins or something, just to prompt him to look real scary.
Spill what you know to the boss now.
Darius, make an intimidation check.
Ooh.
There it is.
That's not
Does he get
intimidating.
You know what?
Does he
Get
advantage?
Get advantage, because Tarkin's helping.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Come
Oh,
on.
motherfucker.
Motherfucker, dude.
Why
Darius's
didn't you
voice
give me
squeaks when he does
proficiency
it.
in intimidation?
You're a minor. Why would you need to intimidate people?
I'm a fucking bull.
Yeah?
At a fucking 6 intimidation, I just imagine this enormous, scary-looking bull just going, "Tell the boss what he needs to know."
it's
what he needs to
a brief voice crack.
It's an off day.
It's an off day for Darius. The Kenku look up at you, Darius. Look around at all the other Kenku in the room. Opens his mouth. Ma, we having steak tonight.
Oh my god! That's
Tarkin pinches the bridge of his nose, just like,
Wish I could say that was the first time I heard that one.
fuck.
You hear on the outside the worst high-pitched gremlin laughter.
Alright, Tarkin takes out 5 gold and just holds it in his hand. Alright. Whoever's got information, anyone got information gets this. How's that? No catch.
The Kenku look at each other, look over at the gold, look at each other. One holds out a hand, waves it over.
Would that be at a different table?
No, same table.
Same table.
Are they gonna
Alright.
stay with this, or are they gonna
I
work
don't
on
know.
this, or
Come now. Information first, gold later.
that's Scott talking,
Uh,
as in prompting a check.
Sure, make an insight check.
I just realized the modifier I have in this. Oh boy. Oh boy.
No, this place seems on the up and up.
Perfectly safe.
Am I peeking in from the inside?
You're trying
From the
to.
outside?
The windows aren't sized for goblins, so you're just like kind of hopping up and down.
Okay. Okay. What?
Boy, a card would be really nice right about now.
I'm
Oh,
gonna,
right.
What's,
Speaking of cards, something I completely forgot to mention.
Oh.
So this is So this is the first week of Camp Streamix, and Kyle,
Yay!
being completely insane, has decided to give a lot of money to Team Fallens. About $100 a week, the equivalent. So thank you, Kyle. And in his honor, we're drawing some cards.
Oh.
You wanna draw them all at once, or do I just call for a card draw when I think it's gonna be funny?
You think it's
Do
gonna be
that.
funny?
I like
Yeah.
it. I like
Do
it. I
that,
like
but
fun
make
better.
make sure we all get to draw one within the time we have.
Yeah, of course, of
Yeah.
course. In that case, I think it's time for a card to be drawn.
Oh, fuck.
By who?
What is? I keep forgetting. Walrus, what's your character's name again?
Ermir.
Or Meaner. Okay, I'm gonna crawl on his. I'm gonna crawl onto his back
It's
so I can get a better view.
Yeah, who's drawing first?
Let's say Scott draws first, since he reminded me the cards exist.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I can't tell if this is gonna be good or bad, but
Probably bad.
Oh! Oh my god, for the first time in I think 4 or 5 draws, I think I got something good.
Let's see.
I got the Forge.
The Forge. Cool, yeah. Let's make that big for our lovely, lovely audience.
Big.
Big Forge.
Fjorge.
Yeah.
Fjorge. Fjorge.
Alright. So normally what the Forge does, it summons one shopkeeper of your choice, or a Forge Master who exists in the world of Irion. Given that that is not useful, instead, here's what I'm going to do. The Kenku argue amongst themselves in the sound of clanging hammers, and then the door swings open, and a man in a fancy tailored black suit with slicked back black hair comes, walks over to the table that Darius and Tarkin are at, sits down, drops some gold. You look down, it's a shit ton of gold, like you think you can see some platinum in there too, and says, "Don't suppose you got any room for me to ante up now, do you, boys?" And then, he looks over at you, Tarkin. You recognize him immediately. This is the man they call the Gambler. This is your warlock patron.
Oh. Oh my god.
Oh, this is...
What a feast.
And then
Hello there.
he looks up at you, Darius, and says, "Well now, you certainly aren't a native, and that, my friend, gets my attention. You're with my friend Tarkin here, I take it?"
So y'all know it, Deputy.
Yeah, you could say that.
We had a meeting. He plays a mean dead man's hand.
Oh, you flatter me.
So what are y'all doing here, then?
Well, I came in for a little bit of fun, but it seems that's not what you came for. Luckily for you, I'm in a bit of a good mood. What exactly are you here to find out,
Tarkin just, whispers into his ear real quick. A little bit of a train robbery going on. I want to find out some information beforehand.
The Gambler nods. Sit tight, boys. I'll have 'em weeping and begging to give me that information when I'm done.
All right, have fun, boss. And he just gets up and leaves. Just waits outside for a bit. Go on, big boy.
Darius, do you stay behind to watch what happens?
No, I got up.
Cool. The two of you head out of the totally not furriers, totally a gambling den, actually.
So how'd it go? I see you needed a little help there.
I must admit, I'm rather curious as to how someone of the law would meet a gambler.
This world ain't so black and white, friend.
Apparently not.
Anywho, just give it a few minutes.
Whilst,
Sorry, you're saying something?
Yeah, whilst these two are like the rest of them are chatting, Ramir is going to look into the window and see what's happening.
All right.
I'm also going to because I'm still on his back.
Ermir is a lady.
Oh, Fred, I'm sorry!
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
All right.
Can you not see those voluptuous breasts?
I drew those breasts specifically for her. Don't, god damn it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I know, it's okay.
So, Ermir, you see this pretty plainly because you're an elf and you're used to looking pretty far away. Snap, you see this in bursts because you have to hop up and down to look.
I'm on her back!
You have to lean back and forth. You're very twitchy. The gambler plays several hands with the Kenku, winning more and more often, until eventually the Kenku's pot starts to run dry, and they look very panicky, and they start cawing out in panic. There's the lights in the place, the little candle lights inside the gambling den, they flicker before going out, and then they come back on, one of the Kenku's gone, and the gambler's just strutting out, sack of money in hand. He opens the door, turns towards you, Ermir, and says, "Madam?"
Ermir is like, has a very furrowed brow on her face, and just sort of looks at him sort of very curiously.
Well, I'll be.
Snap just has his eyes on the bag of money.
The gambler turns to all of you. "Well, seeing as you folk are interested and you're finding this place helped me get quite the taking, might as well tell you what the Kenku over by the train are up to. They intend to board it, snatch as much loot as they can, take it back to whatever hideout they have, didn't manage to find out where that is, don't rightly care, and then blow the thing sky high to cover their tracks. Of course, I would imagine that ain't exactly going to be easy, because the High Sierra tribe's also interested in this train."
You don't say.
Now, if you intend to be a hero, I would go in prepared. DM talking, because this is a train heist scenario and I don't want to spend too much time on the setup, I want to get to the heist itself. Once per encounter, which is basically one elongated encounter, you can say, "Well, here's what I did to prepare for a heist to counter the other heist," and then roll to see how it resolves. So like, the door's locked. Lucky, I brought this gunpowder to blow out all the lockpicks on the train, and then roll for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
And
Gotcha.
that being said, I'd also go fast. Train's coming into town in less than a day, and well, if they have to blow it while in town, I'd hate to think of what would happen to everyone here.
You're a good man. Kind of.
Well, you can think you're right in both of those regards. As you were, gentlemen, he says, pulling a hat from nowhere and tipping it.
Hey, where'd you get that?
Don't question it. Just don't. Just don't.
So what's our?
Well?
My plan is to stop that train, or at the very least, protect it.
So, if I may ask, how exactly are we going to do that? Are we just going to go on horseback, just knock on the train door and say, "Hello, gentlemen, can we come in? We're definitely not going to rob you. We just have guns. We're protection. We're fine."
Do you
How
see
would
this
we-
badge?
I see the badge, but I also don't see a Kenku in there, man. We're going to have a chat about that. That was sinister. Anyway,
He's a sinister man.
Mm.
Come on,
Lot of
stop
people-
questioning. I already said don't question it. I already said it
Oh.
like twice now. Just trust me. We're moving on. We're moving on.
All right.
Why don't we just buy
Do I know
tickets?
do I know whereabouts the train goes? Just because my town and all that shit.
The train currently would be able to roll up to the town square before having to basically turn around. So, if it blew up in the middle of town square, that would take out all of Coal Bank.
Oh, shit. Well, luckily for us, there's only one way a train can go. And he points to the tracks. Either that away, or that away. Do I know which way it's coming from?
Yes, you do. The tracks going the second that-away aren't finished, so there's really only a that-away.
Looks like we going a that away, boys.
Please never say that again. And he starts heading that away.
All right.
If it makes the little boy squirm, y'all can say it as much as you like, Deputy.
You get on horses, because of course you do, it's a Wild West setting, and you ride
Yes, of
out.
course.
A couple hours later, you get to a position overlooking the train tracks, and the train just speeds on through without stopping. So now, it's time for y'all to ride into this very horizontally aligned map alongside the train.
Yummy.
Hell yeah!
I love horizontally aligned maps. They are the greatest.
0 out of 10, not enough light horse.
Dang, this is really cool!
That's a big fucking train.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Oh, man.
Yeah. This is a big map, so this is going to be a very fast-paced thing. With you riding on all these horses, getting on the train, rushing through the cars. Alright.
Okay, Snap is gonna take initiative here, and then he's gonna try and get as close to the train without hurting his horse, and he's gonna try and jump onto something he can cling on, like a ladder or a rail or something.
Cool. You're right by the caboose, so that's the easiest point of entry at the back of the train. It's got a hatch you can easily slide open, and a ladder leading up to it.
Then that's what I'm gonna do.
Alright. Zoop.
Oh, this computer is so nice.
Make an athletics check to get onto the ladder.
Okie dokie. Athletics.
Alright. With practiced ease, you leap off your horse, climb the ladder, and get to the top of the caboose. Holding on, are you going to wait for the others before you slide into the train?
No.
Cool.
Just
Oh,
head
boy.
in.
Alright. You slide open the hatch, and you dive right in. As I move that little roof out the way. Whee!
And I'm going to wait inside, because it's more dangerous to wait outside than it is inside.
You're absolutely right. However, as you land
Oh, no.
over by a lavatory, you look up, and there are two fairly slender figures immediately on either side of you, with another one behind you. Their heads are like wrapped up almost completely in white fabric, and they have all sorts of like tattered furs and bones across their bodies. You recognize these as members of the Sunken Valley clan. Not the Sunken Valley clan, goddamn, now you know where I got my inspiration. They're the High Sierra clan. They're definitely not the Sunken Valley clan from Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Oh.
You know,
All
you
the
could have
color
easily kept
drains
your
from his
cover.
face.
You could have easily kept your cover there, Alex. I had no idea what that
I
was.
don't even know what that is, if it makes you feel any better, so...
They are wrapped up nice. Let's put it like that.
Mhm.
Oh, fine.
They're wrapped up
All
all...
the color drains from his face, and he's like, just passing through, and he slowly backs up into the other car.
Alright.
The other car, that's all the way over here.
You
I
get
love
to
this music.
about one space to the right of where you currently are. And one of the High Sierra clan's members looks to his comrades, points, says something in Dwarven, and then they pull out rifles. Hey, guess
Oh,
what?
boy.
Heists never go right. It's time to roll initiative.
Hell
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
baby.
Dang it, I got a 24, and I didn't click on my character.
Alright.
Oh god damn, that's
Ah.
such a high initiative score.
Oh, you messed up. I'm sorry.
Alright. And for these guys, I think it's going to say something other than what they are. I'm just using the stat blocks of this particular monster to represent the High Sierra clan. Da-da-da-da. All right. So, you've taken these guys basically by surprise, Snap, by dropping in through the lavatory and rushing out, rolling out, being like, just pass it through!
And then as soon as I see them
Caught
point
them
my
by surprise
rifles
while
to
they were
me,
taking a shit. How do you feel?
I just... I see them point their rifles at me. The biggest grin showing off my sharp goblin teeth. I'm so happy because I can pull out my pistols. And I spin them in my fingers and I point them at both of the goons.
All right. Cool. So, the particular archetype that Snap has is a fighter, the Desperado. That allows him to dual-wield pistols and use a bonus action to reload after shooting them twice, or use a bonus action to shoot 3 times with pistols.
Excellent. This makes me so happy. I'm going to shoot both of the goons at the same time.
Cool.
Oh boy.
More fun for me.
What is this music?
Pistol.
Whatever it is, I like it.
Cool. That one's a hit.
Do I do it again?
Yes. Make another attack roll. That's also a hit. Roll for damage for the both of these.
Okie dokie.
Cool. You look over to the side, shoot one pistol, and immediately down the uppermost clan member. The other one, you lean around the bigger guy, shoot the second High Sierra clan member. He looks pretty wounded, but he is not dead.
Can I take a bonus action to dash?
No, you can't, because you're a fighter.
Damn it. Then I'm gonna take a bonus action to... Is it possible to shoot the bigger guy?
Yes, you can use a bonus action to take a third shot, but you will need to start the next turn by reloading.
You got it!
That's also a hit.
Nice.
Ah, dang it.
Alright. Spinning your guns around, you manage to fire one spare shot out of them that wings the bigger High Sierra clan member. He looks pretty damn irritated.
That was meant for the other guy. I wasn't trying to... Shit.
Alright. As you mentioned how it was totally for the other guy. Wait a second, I just remembered. I think there's another ability that Snap has as a Desperado fighter related to AC, which is going to be very important. When you use your bonus action to engage in 2-weapon fighting while wielding 2 pistols, so that would be using the 3-pistol shot, you gain a +2 bonus to your AC until the beginning of your next turn, so through your boldness and running around, you feel a little bit more nimble. As the big guy starts shooting at you with his big ol' rifle.
I want to dodge every shot.
Alright.
You're not a rogue.
You can certainly try. Alright.
Do I roll acrobatics?
No, this is just a straight up attack.
I see.
Yeah, it's versus your AC. So,
Ah.
you just barely managed to duck under the first shot, but he quickly loads his rifle, fires off another. Those keep falling off the table. That is a hit. As you duck, the clansman adjusts his aim, aims downward, and fires directly through your thigh.
Ah! Ooh, that's smart!
Alright. You take 8 piercing damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
Ermir, you hear the sounds of gunfire from inside the caboose.
Oh God, hadn't anybody heard of the professionalism in this town? Jesus. And can Ermio shoot from the horse?
Yes, you can.
Right. Presumably there are windows on this carriage that Snap is in.
Not
You want-
on the caboose, actually. There are windows in some of these cars, but not on the caboose.
Right.
Don't learn your train anatomy.
Well, Ermir would like to sort of. Oh god, my mouse is not here, so I have to. Shit, I have to draw where I want to be. So I want to put my Ermir here. Oh my god, is it even gonna work like this? Okay. Okay, yes.
Just
there
like,
we go.
just say okay.
Like that bit there, just like to move her like just in front of the door where she can sort of just kick it in and just fire from.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're jumping onto the little platform in between the train cars, right?
Yes.
Cool. Make an athletics check.
Okay. All right, Ermir, this is your time to shine. Wait, is she
Come on,
good at
girl, you got
athletics?
this.
Okay, she's proficient in athletics at least. Here we go.
Oh.
Oh. You try to jump off the horse, but it spooks and you miss your jump. I'm gonna need you to make another athletics check to go grab onto the other horse.
Oh, Jesus Christ. If I die here, I'm gonna have a panic attack.
I don't think you're.
Oh, here we go. All right. Athletics. All right.
Okay, so you land on the other horse, but the other horse is spooked and goes falling backwards.
Oh
These
I'm
horses
here.
are sensitive.
Alright, so because I'm nice, I'm not going to say this takes you out of the combat quite yet, but you're basically falling way behind, and your next turn is going to be when you catch up.
Okay.
Alright. Darius, you hear gunfire, look over, and see Ermir falling back onto another horse.
Right, I'm gonna hope that I have a little bit better luck with this. I'm gonna rush my horse over to the little segue between the two, right about here, and I'm gonna jump onto the bridge.
Okay.
Don't know how to move the horse, so
Just move yourself. I'll move the horse along with you.
okay. And then just jump from there.
Yeah, make an athletics check.
All right, here we go.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
Good news is, you managed to jump onto the bridge. Bad news is, that's a moving train. You go flying back a little bit, you're still on the platform, but you bonk into the door with the sheer momentum that it's going at. Because you didn't
Alright,
take
how
time to
much?
adjust. Luckily, you take basically no damage. You take 1 bludgeoning damage from that.
Thank goodness for these horns. Alright, so I guess I'll just use the remainder of my movement to kick in the door
Cool.
and just try to take a pot shot at the remaining clansmen.
Alright.
Oh, thank God you're here!
Darius's particular path, the Path of Powder, lets a blunderbuss count as a barbarian rage weapon. Also, a blunderbuss
Ooh.
can do spread shot damage. It can, but if you want to do single target, that's fine, so that you don't, catch snap in the crossfire.
Actually,
Thank
let
you!
me look at... Can I use a dash action?
I think you can. I'm not sure if that would be a bonus action for a barbarian, but I think not.
I only ask because this. Oh, wait. I ask because this.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can do that.
Alright. Yeah. And just ram into him.
Cool. The big guy goes for the big guy with a charging rush, horns held down.
And...
That is a miss.
Ah.
Alright.
Oh well.
The big guy, steps back off to the side, leaning against the wall as you rush into him and hurl your horns upward.
Alrighty.
All right.
And I think I don't think I can use an extra attack because I pretty much just, yeah.
Nope. Your action was to dash.
All right, fair enough.
Tarkin, it's looking like one of those days.
One of those fucking days. Alright then. It's athletics to get onto the thing in it.
Yeah, are you going to go for the ladder, or are you going to go for the bridge?
I want to get fucking here, my dude. So, I mean, like, hold on. Here, so I can get inside.
Okay. Athletics it is, then.
Athletics.
Cool.
Is that a yeet?
That is a yeet. You tumble on the edge, slam against the door. You take 4 bludgeoning damage, and get up, dust yourself off.
Okay, now I'm gonna go. I'll move here, kick in the door, go to at least, hold up, run, quick, teeny tiny little second there. I'm gonna move right here. And what I'm gonna do, because I'm a little shit,
Alright.
is I'm gonna cast.
Did you just transform and roll out?
He did.
Thank you for the sound effects, Jojo, I love it. I'm gonna cast second level command, and I'm gonna command these two surrender.
Oh!
Alright, so that's a wisdom saving throw, right?
I believe so, yes.
Cool.
Yeah, must succeed in a wisdom saving throw.
Okay,
Or follow the command on its next turn.
cool. What is the DC?
DC, let me just check. 15.
Alright.
Plus a spell attack bonus of 7, if that is of any help. I don't think
No, it's just 14.
it-
Alright. Both of them lost.
No, it's 15. Both of them lost?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Alright. The smaller Sunken Valley clan member raises his hands in the air, still holding on to his rifle. He's not dropping that, but he's holding them up in surrender. Okay, Snap, what are you doing?
Oh, okay. I am going to reload
Oh no.
and
Snap, what are you doing?
my best. And he's going to jump onto his horns and try and shoot the bigger guy directly in the head.
Okay.
We need at least one of them
Both
alive.
of his pistols. Oh, both of them alive?
We need at least one of them alive.
Ugh, fine. Why are you so difficult? Then he's gonna aim for this one
Okay.
with both of his pistols.
Not to mention, I'm pretty sure that
That's a hit.
attacking with a ranged weapon within 5 feet is not good. Oh wait, what? What?
Yeah.
Metagaming? I didn't understand.
Range attacks in melee range have disadvantage. Unless you're a barbarian path of powder, in which case, fuck it, rage all the time.
Hi.
Wait, why would that be the case? Isn't that just point blank? Wouldn't that give advantage if nothing else?
Well, it was made with bows in mind. You try drawing a
Oh,
bow and
okay.
shooting at something directly in front of you without getting the hell stabbed out of you or pushed out away. Anyway, roll for
That makes
damage.
a lot more sense.
Damage.
Alright.
Yeet.
As you complain about having to leave one of them alive, you shoot that last one dead, and he goes like tumbling up against the back of the caboose and falls out the back of the train.
I spin my pistols and put them back in the holsters. And do a backflip off of the Minotaur.
Can I request that they do athletics for that? Because I want to see them tumble and fail.
Yes.
Sure,
yes.
why not?
Why are you guys so mean to me?
Not you. To Snap. Snap.
All right, you flip through the air, catching a card on your way down.
Oh no. That's even better.
I look at the deputy, and I grin at him menacingly.
No, no.
Catching
as
a
in-
card on the way down.
Oh, catching a card?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Jaw from the
Catching
deck.
a
Oh,
Jaw
card,
from the deck.
motherfucker.
card.
Oh,
Card.
I misunderstood.
Card.
I get it. I thought it was some sort of like euphemism for failure. I I don't know
That
what
might
this
be-
is, but it doesn't look good.
The avalanche!
Card!
I land and I break through the fucking floor.
Immediately draw 2 more cards!
Oh my god.
Yay!
The dragon.
Double trouble! I hate what this. Okay, I'm gonna do best for last.
Watch
This
as they
is-
draw the avalanche again.
If I draw the avalanche again, I'm going to have
Pot of greed. Pot of
the
greed.
tyrant.
The tyrant.
Holy shit, I even said dragon.
Wait, what does Pot of Greed do?
Hey, audience! You get to decide the action of one random character. You just get to decide what they do, and I will randomly determine who has to do it.
And the second one is this one.
Oh! The
Don't know
Fiend!
what that. Oh fuck. Look at that
Okay.
boy. Look at that hungry man.
Hungry.
Alright, so, recently I learned the difference between the Fiend and the Demon's Lantern. Demon's Lantern is what summons the Yugoloth. The Fiend, you hear this screaming, "Ah!" from nowhere as the portal opens, and a giant octopus on fire flops into the middle of the train car.
not again.
I love.
I love how you have that on hand.
Oh,
There! For the cannibal conspiracy, Jojo.
Yeah. The octopus flails around on fire, smacking the High Sierra clan member and yelling, "Ah!"
Snap is just staring at it, just like, and then he starts laughing out of control, like.
The Sunken Valley member. No, fuck it, they're Sunken Valley members too now. Why the hell not? Yeah. The clan member holds up his hands, looks at the octopus, looks over at Tarkin as if looking for permission to just shoot it,
yeah. Yeah.
and
Please.
puts his rifle to the side and just shoots the octopus twice in the head as it goes flying against the back, going, "Oh!"
Someone clip this! Someone please clip this!
Please clip this.
Jojo, please draw that.
Yes, I have an open canvas right here.
Alright.
Violent
so,
flaming octopus there.
The tyrant has
Great
spoken.
flaming octopus.
Ooh, the tyrant.
The tyrant has spoken. Darius,
What happened?
say it's high noon.
You got it.
Darius.
Darius.
Oh, sorry.
Darius.
That's you.
It's high noon.
There we
Yes.
go. It's high noon.
Thank you.
It is high noon now.
It is.
All right. Ermeyer, you come riding back up after that little mishap, passing by the back of the caboose, which looks to be on fire.
Oh. Alright. Armir, sort of urges the horse forward to get about, here-ish.
Cool.
I now have something that can control the thing, which is amazing. And Armir is going to take a deep breath and try and jump one more goddamn time.
Okay.
I swear to God, I'm gonna have a good time if this goes
Is it
anywhere.
one that I
other
kind of
than
want to see you just
bad.
make a pathway to it with the horses?
There we
go. You finally get
Hey!
onto the damn train. Bump against the side. 3 bludgeoning damage.
Aye. Once she manages to actually get onto the train, she sort of slams the door open, looks at Snap, and says, "Please warn me before you decide to just shoot things. My horses got scared to shit." Oh,
I didn't spook him. My horse is used to me shooting things and going snap, pat, pat, you know?
your horse is not every other horse, genius. Also, is that a freaking fiery octopus in the back? All right. All right.
Can I just shoot the octopus again?
It's
Every
not your
time
turn.
every time the octopus screams, someone has to shoot it in the face.
Yeah, Armir sees the screaming octopus, looks confused for a moment, and then takes out her hunter's rifle and just fires.
That's a beautiful gun.
That is
Yeah.
a hit. All right.
Why are we shooting the octopus?
You
It's screaming and it's on fire and it's
you slam around directly into the octopus as it continues to scream. And now that Ermir's actually on the train, Ermir's archetype, the Deadeye. I believe you can aim as a bonus action to get advantage on range attack rolls.
Oh shit. Cool.
You want to
I just
retroactively
grabbed
do
them.
that?
Yeah.
Great. Awesome. Now you get sneak attack damage too.
Oh, is that how that works? Fantastic. I am so unaware of how rogues work. It's gonna be fantastic.
I can teach you, but I'll have to charge.
How about you charge into
Don't.
Hey, I know what you were going for, and I appreciate it.
a person. There you go. Take
How about you
this.
charge into
Cool.
a brick wall?
That's even better.
Roll 3d6 for sneak attack damage.
Okay. Well, I thought I clicked made sneak attack on, but
I guess
All right.
click damage again to have it be on. There we go. Cool.
Ooh, that hunter's rifle's on sneak.
Hunter's rifle don't sneak so well, but you do still manage to, carefully aim your shot and fire it at the weak point of the flaming octopus as it continues to scream, ah, ah, ah! It looks pretty bad, and it's just flailing around, spreading fire everywhere.
Wait, I'm curious, just because of the picture on the card, is this a literal flaming octopus, or is this some octopus-like being that is on fire?
This
Or
appears
we
to be a
literally just got a
literal flaming
squishy
octopus.
Oh, that poor thing. Alright, cool.
It's trying its best.
No, it's not, it's just on
Technically,
fire.
I could summon any number of different things. It's just usually the octopus comes from the fiend card.
Yes.
Fucking
Darius.
outstanding.
I really don't know what to do here. I mean, I thought we were just leaving it alive and then just trying to. What was our plan
Tie him
again?
up.
Out
Tie
of character.
Tie the guy who
Use
surrendered up.
muscles and tie him up.
Oh wait, I'm
He's
a
been
barbarian.
surrendered.
I have
Tie
strength.
him.
I can grapple the fucker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Just grab him. Make an athletics
Yeah.
check.
You got it. All right, athletics.
I mean, you really need to. He's surrendered.
The Sunken Valley guy has a
Yeah,
rifle.
he surrendered
said?
for 6 seconds.
Oh, can I ask for advantage from someone?
No one's
Sure.
helping you,
Oh.
unfortunately.
Again,
Nice.
he's surrendered. I'm fairly certain you can just tie him up.
Command lasts
Oh.
for 6 seconds.
Yeah, then that's our whole turn. It's not at the end of the turn yet.
It's been his turn, though. So he sees you, trying to grab him, and snaps to his senses just in time to, push your hands away, back up with the
he's
rifle,
command-
and shout out a curse in Dwarven at you.
God, fucking.
You know
damn it.
what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna do some non-lethal damage. So, let's just. What was the ability again? Something tells me that the blunderbuss isn't exactly non-lethal, so horns again, I guess. Eh.
You just barely miss the tribesman as he steps to the side of your horns.
Well, that happened.
All right,
Man, what even is the point of that thing?
Tarkin.
I'm trying to save my rage.
Alrighty. Just 1 second. I didn't expect to have another turn.
Use command again.
I'm not good at barbarian.
You're so valid. It's okay.
I'm
I
so
mean, I
used
wanna
to
use
playing
command
range
again.
classes.
Alright. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna go ahead and fucking summon up my packed rifle and shoot him in the legs.
All right, cool.
Sound like a plan? Yep.
Sounds like
Great.
a plan, Stan.
That is a miss as you hold out your hand and this smoking rifle spewing brimstone and obviously smoke appears in your hand. You aim it and fire and just barely miss because this guy's AC is ridiculous.
then I'm gonna go ahead and expend one singular luck point from Lucky, and I'm gonna roll again.
Great.
There it is. Oh, son of a... Alright, no mind.
All right.
What?
The luck of the gambler is on your side. Unfortunately, not in this particular second.
Please tell me that it just ricochets off the wall and hits the octopus.
It does not. He wasn't aiming for the octopus.
Okay.
All right. You hear a big old clamor coming from the car behind you, Ermir.
Oh, shit.
More gunfire coming from that way. But you're not in that particular car, so you don't see what.
Ermir yells to the car with all of her companions. There's people have heard and they're making a fuss in the next car. Get ready.
Okay.
Thanks for the warning, darling. And Snap is going to jump and kick this guy in the face, try to knock him down, and then hold a gun to his head.
Make an athletics check.
Okay? Come on, baby. Never mind. I do a backflip and smash my teeth in.
All right.
I think I just chipped my favorite tooth.
What is up with this guy?
So the clan member.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
Was that my turn?
Yeah.
Ah, dang it. Alright.
Because you fell and chipped your tooth at the 3, that would be like the rest of your turn is getting up. You could try to shoot him, but you'd have disadvantage.
That's fair. I don't think it's worth it. I'll save my bullet.
Alright. So, the tribesman looks over at all of you, looks back at the gold statue that's currently being held by the octopus. He is going to actually back off and take an attack of opportunity from Darius.
Do it.
Alright.
Do it.
Let's do it then.
Does he also provoke one from the octopus?
No, he did not move away from the octopus. Just from Darius.
Oh, right, yeah.
On character sheet. Good job, mate. Yeah, blunderbuss. There we go.
That is a hit. As he steps away, you pull out your trusty blunderbuss and fire. Do you want to use the cone fire or the direct fire?
This is gonna sound incredibly dumb because I do know how AoE works, but what is the purpose of doing cone fire?
Cone fire is to hit multiple targets, so if you wanted to hit both the octopus and the tribesman.
I don't see the purpose of hitting the octopus, so let's.
He's on fire! He's setting everything on fire!
He's setting the car on fire!
That is true. That is true. Alright, cone it is then.
Cool. Alright. You send out a spray of buckshot from the blunderbuss. A lot of it striking the tribesman, but because of the size of the octopus, a lot of it strikes the octopus too. And it is its last as the flailing stops, and it still burns.
Oh. That's a shame. I liked that octopus.
The tribesman then grabs the statue, opens the door out the back of the caboose, and leaps out.
Oh, hell. This is the last time I work with amateurs. Alright, come on, boys. And madam.
Alright.
Amateur. I know more about this than you do, son.
No.
Yeah. Ermir.
So presumably that person isn't going to be shootable even if I try and fire at them.
You could try with disadvantage, but the train's moving so fast that you basically have only the one shot.
Yeah, let's not do that. Alright. Okay, let me see. How many bullets do I have in this gun, by the way? Is it like a single shot thing?
It's a single shot thing. You need to reload with a bonus action.
Right, yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna firstly reload. Is there a window for the caboose in front?
There might be some along the side. Let me double check. Spoilers as to what it is. Oh yeah, there are plenty of windows on the side.
but not to, like, on the door.
Actually, yeah. For this kind of car, there would be one on the door. This looks to be a bar.
Is there anyone inside the bar?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, there are. There are several... let me get to the right layer first. There are several tribesmen in this bar. That is a drawing. That's not the selection tool. Several tribesmen in this bar, all holding rifles, and all aiming it at some thin wood paneling at the far side of the bar, firing through it. They don't appear to be firing towards you.
Do they look like... Are they doing this out of just because they... Does it look like they're concentrating on actually trying to kill something inside, or are they just doing it for kicks?
Make an insight check.
Oh god. Get the right character sheet, baby, yeah.
Given the way that they're focusing fire on one particular spot rather than just, drunkenly firing everywhere, you think that they're trying to fire at something or someone, rather than just for the hell of it shooting up a train.
Shit. Ermir looks to to Tarkin and says, "These guys in the robes and such, you giving the A-OK to shoot them?"
Tarkin just puts a thumbs up.
Fantastic.
Yeah, very
And
tired.
I like to be able to roll stealth to open the door without them noticing, and then just taking a shot at one of them.
That's so cruel. What the fuck?
Okay.
Ermir don't give a shit. She just wants the job done.
Make a stealth check.
Fair enough for me. I respect.
Roll a stealth, did you say?
Yes.
Okay. Getcha. And where's the stealth button now? There's the stealth button. Oh wow, that's a large number.
That is a very large number.
Oh boy.
Ermir is a stealth expert.
Yeah.
You grab the door handle, open it, make sure to do it so it doesn't creak or chunk open, and manage to get a good window for a shot. You have advantage.
Oh, this is gonna... And sneak attack. Oh, this is gonna fucking suck. Who's the biggest guy here?
They all appear
Yeah, I
to be
can
roughly
see.
equal in size.
Fantastic. Ermir, goes for this one over here, takes aim, and fires.
That's definitely a hit.
Oh, this is gonna fucking suck for you, buddy.
Alright. You deliver a clean headshot directly to the High Sierra tribesman, and he just drops like a rock. The others turn, hear the sound of gunfire, look over your way. The two closest to you duck behind tables and mini bars and get ready to fire, while the others keep holding their position, firing towards the front of this car.
As they're getting into position, would I be able to just use my move action to just move out of the doorway?
Yeah, you still have movement.
Yeah, so I'll just step to the side.
Cool. Alright, Darius, it's your turn.
Cool. Alright. So, question, out of character. How does one, in this game anyways, cook dynamite?
Cooking dynamite means that you hold it in your hand for a turn, and then you throw it so it explodes immediately rather than exploding on the next turn.
I see. Something tells me they won't have the patience for that, so,
And something tells me that this car is full of fucking explosives, so messing around with explosives might not be the smartest idea.
He's right,
would we have an idea as to where the explosives might be on the train?
You would wager that, actually, you know what? Someone make an intelligence check.
I'll do it.
Not me, yeah.
Are you sure about that, little gremlin?
Listen, I'm smarter than I look. I promise. I respectfully withdrawn.
Alright. Did you see your intelligence modifier?
Yeah!
Anybody with a substantial intelligence modifier want to go for a shot?
Fuck you.
My guy's dumb as a brick as well. Oh no, not
Okay.
dumb as a brick. Average.
If everyone here had to rate their intelligence on a scale of, let's say, 1 to 20, what would it be?
I'd say mine's roughly a 10.
10's here as well.
Oh shit, I'm the
Oh,
smartest
shit.
one here. Wow. Okay.
that's
Someone
a-
gotta do it.
Really.
I guess I'm doing this.
Nail it, buddy.
You're a hero.
Oh!
So, having spent a lot of time around explosives and gunpowder, you know exactly where gunpowder would be. But the fact that you haven't seen it yet means that there's one conclusion. They're keeping the gunpowder and hiding it in the coal car, which is towards the front of the train, right behind the locomotive.
Wait, they're keeping the gunpowder with the black stuff that they throw into a fire? That
Yes!
sounds like a bad idea.
Not if you're trying to blow up a train, it isn't!
Well, I
Yeah,
promise
good
you
point.
one thing. It ain't here. Which means I'm throwing this here boomstick.
Boomstick. Stick
Yo.
to go boom boom.
Stick to go boom boom, little guy.
Hell yeah! Throw that sucker!
Wait a minute, what are they firing at?
Someone ahead and us now.
Alright, let's throw this
What
thing.
is the range of a dynamite explosion?
60 feet. At
60
large.
feet.
60 feet to
30
throw,
feet.
and then area of effect is, I think, 10 feet.
And since
It says
they're
30 over 60 with a 10-foot radius, yeah.
as long as it don't hit this area.
Cool. So to throw it long range, that is athletics with disadvantage.
You know, I can probably take a few more steps. That's probably not a terrible idea. Alright, there we go. Just an athletics check then?
Just an athletics check then.
Okay.
Uh,
Wow.
You throw the dynamite so well that it lands in the middle of a moving train and stays in relative position.
You throw it so well it bludgeons one of them.
That is incredible.
So should I wait to roll the damage and attack, or...?
You didn't cook it, so it's going to explode on your next turn.
Alrighty.
This gives us time to run.
However, the dynamite lands with the familiar hiss. The clan members look and see what the hell it is. And you, Ermir, you being the closest, can kind of see the glint of a rifle behind the weak wooden walls as something fires at the dynamite.
Oh shit.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
Now roll damage for the dynamite.
Nice. Alrighty. Wait, so I'm not rolling to... Oh, I'm not rolling for attack, I'm rolling damage?
You're rolling damage, I believe. Oh, wait. I just remembered how the dynamite actually works. You were supposed to roll an attack with the dynamite to throw it. I just chose athletics for whatever reason. Because the dynamite's an explosion, it's like a dex save, I believe, for the damage.
Alright, well, I'll just roll it anyway, and then... So just roll damage now?
Roll damage.
Alright.
Alright. With a loud boom, windows of the train get blown out, and the tribesmen get, thrown backwards in bloody and scorched chunks as the dynamite prematurely explodes.
What'd I say? I throw a stick, it goes boom.
Yeah, you could say that. Is the train gonna... Are we gonna be able to... Is this
As
thing
it explodes, though, you
detach?
hear
Don't
a...
worry.
As it
No need
explodes,
to
though,
worry
you
about
hear
any of
a...
that.
from the back section of the train as fire starts going downwards towards the wheels on the back of the caboose.
I
Fellas,
think it's time to move. I think.
yeah, we need to detach this motherfucking thing now.
Don't do it without me, please. Let me get out first.
Tarkin!
Why do I work with these people? Alright, man. Hold on, what's my movement speed real quick?
30.
30, huh? Alrighty then, I'm gonna mosey my little butt cheeks all the way over here, yo.
All right.
Hey!
Hold up just a quick second. I'm quickly reading because I'm not familiar with this shit quite just yet. No, that's not. Fucking. Alright, since I can't really do much right now, I'm just gonna use my action to detach the car.
Hold on!
Yeah.
Snap, you ready to dash?
Kill two birds. Hey, I'm acting like my character would. Kill two birds with one stone.
All right.
Hey, wait a second!
You lean down, pull the pin that's connecting the two cars with the clink.
And I run for my goddamn life!
Hurry up, Logan.
All right.
And then I jump onto him.
You grab onto the side of Darius just as he steps on the edge where the train detaches. I would put a little black X there, but Darius is right on the bridge, so I guess...
There.
Cool. All right. The caboose is detached and slowly goes trundling off into the distance with you at the back of this open car.
I glare at Turkin like, are you fucking insane? You know I was in there, right?
I'm aware.
I
But
grin.
you did also,
smile
let the
with
one guy I
anger.
managed. But you did also manage to let that one fucking guy I subdued get away. So like,
Wasn't my fault.
Oh.
I didn't got no rope.
Yeah, okay, we can do a little bit of powwow about how we could have done this job better or worse after we deal with whatever the hell's inside this thing.
This mouth made for killing, not capturing. Let's get going.
Alright.
Just be a bit more careful. Look, the good stuff ain't gonna be close by until once we get up front. That's where the explosives are.
I mean, that other guy did literally just steal a golden idol.
Is he really what we're worried about right now? I don't think so. I think what you're worried about is keeping this train safe.
I'm still
Right
pissed.
here is right.
All right.
Can we ignore the turn order just for now and assume that we're
Yeah,
all
you
in
can just assume no one's firing
advance?
at you for right now, so you can just move on up.
Yeetaroni.
Yeet.
I want to steal a bottle of whiskey.
All right.
Of course you do.
Snap, you head over into the other bar, and as you open the door, let me actually get to the layer that this guy is on.
Actually.
Okay, what are you actually?
That's not a bad idea.
What?
So I guess you just walked right by the Kenku.
Nope, never mind. I'm still here.
All right. The Kenku stands, rifle at the ready to shoot any one of you.
I whip out my pistol and say, "Give me your finest whiskey."
You're trying to
The
pistol whip
Kenku opens its mouth. Coming right up, sir, and hands over a bottle of whiskey like it ain't no thing.
Heck yeah! I grab it, wink at him, and then I dash out the door.
Wow.
I'm gonna. Can I quickly just attempt to shoot the bottle of whiskey that Snap has got?
No.
Make an attack roll.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, you just don't even look and shoot the bottle of whiskey out of Snap's hand.
I think I still have it, and I look at the bottle to see what brand it is, and there's just a neck of a bottle. I'm
Shards of glass. The Kenku looks over. No refunds.
Oh!
Motherfucker!
Mind your lane.
Okay.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm probably
This is
all wrong.
hilarious. Sir, and Ermir looks at the Kenku. Do you have any way of explaining what the hell just happened between you folk and, you and them? And Ermir looks to the blasted ass carriage with all the bullet pits.
The Kenku opens its mouth and makes the exact sound of the exploding dynamite.
I mean to say, why were they shooting you?
The Kenku opens its mouth. Some dwarven words come out of it.
Does anyone understand, Dwarven?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, does anyone understand Dwarven?
Fuck, let me just check. Vermeer.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
gee, I'm sure I would if I were a half elf.
Well, you know what? We're not in this story right. We're not in that story right now. We're in this story.
Stop being ungrateful.
I
Yeah.
only know Elvish, Goblin, and
Oh wait, no, I speak Dwarvish. Sweet.
Okay.
Where do you check to see what languages you speak?
You go to your character sheet.
Bottom
Character
left.
sheet,
Other-
bottom
other
left,
places.
has languages.
Yeah.
Huh, cool.
Okay.
So since you speak Dwarvish, Tarkin, I'm going to retroactively say you understood the clansmen in the caboose. They were saying something about protect our statue, get our statue out of here. And the Kenku was saying, stop the invaders!
Well, shit. I have a feeling that statue they nicked was a bit more precious than I thought.
No time to focus on that. Let's stop this train from exploding first.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Falcon
by the way-
very slowly lowers the gun he had pointed at Snap's forehead. Fine.
So as you say, let's stop this chain from exploding, the Kenku turns to you, Snap, and aims its rifle.
Oof.
I kind of like smile and drop the bottleneck that's still in my hand. Like, you don't need to do that. I'm not the cause of why the train is exploding. I just know that it's going to explode.
The
and I'm trying to
Kenku
help
fires!
stop it. Ah! Can I dodge?
Let me double check. It's an attack roll, so... Okay, the Kenku just barely misses as you duck under, once again, the gunshot.
It just gets my hat.
There are gonna be plenty of holes in your hat by the time this thing's done.
Wow.
It's kind of like a battle scar. At least I know when I went here.
Alright. Is anyone going to shoot back?
Oh, I was just gonna say, can I bludgeon the thing with the butt of my gun?
Actually, can I just snap him in the forehead?
Yeah, make an attack roll, Snap.
Come on. Come on, get it. Oh my god.
Hey, you win?
That's a hit. You miss the forehead and you wing him in the shoulder instead. He's still standing. But you've got another attack because two-weapon fighting.
I want to hit him again, and this time aim for between the eyes. God damn it.
That's a miss.
Damn it.
Alright.
I guess the rifle shooting messed me up a little
It
bit.
threw off your aim a little bit. Ermir.
Yeah.
Okay, Armir just notices this Kenku about to shoot Snap and goes with the butt of her gun. Actually, no. Goes to, goes with the butt of her gun to try and, like, just knock this son of a gun out.
Strength check.
Son of a gun.
Strength check. Oh, that... Maybe... Well, I know I did say I can't go back. I didn't mean to go advantage, fuck.
Alright. 13 still enough to hit, though.
Alright.
Cool. 1d4 minus 1.
Perfect. Oh god. 1d4 minus 1. Yeah.
You give him
2.
a good old solid donk on the head. Like Kenku, looks over at you, very offended looking.
God, I'm better at shooting than I am at hitting things.
That can be saved for all of us.
Alright, speaking of hitting things, it's actually not Darius' turn, it's the Kenku's turn.
I was gonna say.
Let's see. The Kenku is gonna disengage, duck between all of you, get onto the side of the train car, and start climbing, while screaming out, "Rah! Rah! Rah!" the sounds of the flaming octopus.
I love it! Yes! Octopus lives on!
Alright, I'm just gonna give him a little icon so that you know he's on the roof rather than in the train car itself.
Okay. Oh, he can fly now.
That's the height icon. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not like Kenku gained the ability to fly. What are you talking about?
It's over, deputy! I have the high ground!
I could.
Darius!
First thing I want to do, did he by any chance leave any stash behind?
Yeah, there's plenty of booze in here.
I'm gonna take one of those for later. That could be useful.
Okay.
I'm also going to take one.
No.
No.
No, just no.
You are not allowed.
No.
Also, it's not your turn, so.
Motherfucker.
Alright, so I guess what I'll do is I'll exit out of the car. And you said he's up on the roof.
He's up on the roof.
Is there like a ladder of some sort? I'm assuming that's what you
Yes,
used to
that's
get
what
up
he used
there.
to climb up onto the roof.
I get the feeling that if I I did not think this through. I haven't even done anything. What am I saying? Screw it. I'm gonna climb up the ladder and get to him. So I'm gonna
Okay.
do that. And then, has he moved any further, or?
That's as far as he could go.
Yeah, you know what? In that case, how many rages do I have? No, it's probably not worth it for one target. Phil, from experience, is it worth it? For one target?
Not really.
Yeah, never mind then. I'm gonna blunderbuss.
Cool.
Let's do that.
That's a miss. Alright.
Fuck.
You reach over the side of the ladder and fire your blunderbuss, but it misses. You can use a bonus action to reload and fire again because you've got extra attack.
That's true, I do have extra attack. Yeah, let's do that, because I can do that, apparently. Yeah, reload and fire. Damn!
That's a hit!
That's 3 nat 20s today.
This is the blessed session.
Yeah.
There are now chunks of Kenku flying through the air.
Well, that was lucky. Now, how am I gonna get down?
Gotta rinse the bad rubbish.
Alright.
That said it.
So, Tarkin, it's your turn.
I'm gonna mosey on over here and I'm gonna take a sneaky little peek through the window. See what's going on up in this car.
Cool. You peer into that particular cart. I said you peer into that particular cart. I don't know what's going on or why it isn't showing the actual interior. Oh, I see why. I changed it to not that layer, I think. This is great. This is exactly what I wanted.
Merry Christmas, Alex.
My life. Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Time for the train to draw a card.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of drawing a card, since you sassed me, guess what? You get a card, Phil.
Yeah, I love card. Hey, I didn't sass you. I was taking the piss out of the train because it's being a bitch. But I guess I'm drawing a card.
Draw that card. Eat that ass. What?
Will do. What is this?
Theater.
The
My
theater.
HUD is way too small.
Ooh.
This is another audience-based card.
Oh, goody.
Yeah. So, audience, you determine Tarkin's performance through this next encounter, and that is going to magically give Thavagath some gold because Tarkin ain't gonna have use for it.
Yay. Wait, so what do you mean, determine my performance? Like,
Scale of 1 to 5, how good did you do?
As in his next turn?
if I see
or-
any 5s, I'm gonna flip my shit, but if I see any 1s, I'm gonna come after you.
Okay, but to be
Never
fair,
mind, I'm back.
people rated a performance I did once super well, even though I didn't do that well, and I got money taken from me, so...
Yeah, because I told them don't lie about the performance, and they lied anyway.
I'm still really salty about that.
Finish your performance was shit.
Hey, be nice.
Salts for
I,
chips.
I,
Anyway.
I don't recall.
You peer through the door, it looks like a passenger car. with a whole bunch of tribesmen in it.
Yummy. Is there anybody else in here? Or is it just the tribesmen?
Just the tribesmen who look to be taking up some kind of defensive position, facing you.
Alright, give me just one little second to make sure I think this spell works the way I think it does. Alright, cool. Cool. I'm gonna target this boy over here. Is the thing working? That one. That boy.
See, I see that boy.
Yep, that boy right there.
Shit, what up?
And I'm gonna cast Hex.
Great. Hex is a staple of Warlock spells. Basically, any time you hit that boy, you deal bonus Hex damage. So,
Hell yeah.
damage doesn't take effect quite yet, but you chant out some profane words, and the boy feels very, very cursed all of a sudden.
And
I get
as a bonus action, I'm going to use Maddening Hex.
Oh, Hex is a bonus action.
Oh, I thought I was using it as an action.
Oh, you can choose to use it as an action if you don't want to use plain old action before. Cool.
Okay, in that case, if it is a bonus action, then I'll use Maddening Hex next turn. And what I'll do this turn is through the window, doing a bit of sneaky sneaks. I'm gonna try and land a headshot on this boy with my pegged rifle.
Because he's right in front of you, you don't need to do that with advantage or disadvantage. That's just a plain old roll, and you hit.
Yeet. Boom, baby.
Boom. Alright. You break through the glass and fire at the boy, who looks very, very staggered, but also very, very angry. Alright.
Let me just make sure this. 1 second. And I choose to invoke necrotic damage on this boy.
Cool. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
1 necrotic damage versus just plain old force damage. So, the bullets you fire roar through the air with this deep, hellish noise, dealing a little bit of extra pain behind the blow.
Nice.
Now, the boys don't
Alright.
take this lying down. You can see them all loading up, ducking behind the benches, getting ready to fire. The boy that's not behind the bench is just angry, so he's gonna fire straight away. That is a hit.
To me.
That is a hit to you, because you're the one right in front of him. Hold on as I double check his bonus to shooting. You take...
Hold on. One second. The attack roll is the making sure it hits me, right?
That is
Not
correct.
the damage it does.
That is correct.
In that case, I'm going to roll. I'm going to use Lucky again. I'm going to expend one more luck point
Cool.
to roll that shit again. And
All
if
right.
it's low, I'll take that.
Supernatural luck flows through you as what would have been a surefire hit just veers off to the side. I'm going to assume you would have taken the roll that missed, so there you go.
Yes, please. If you'd be so kind.
Yeah. And then Angry Boy is gonna duck behind this bench and reload. Snap!
Yeah.
There are a bunch of angry
Okay.
boys in there!
Angry boys, hell yeah. I'm gonna go behind him, and I'm gonna go next to him and try and shoot this guy twice.
Oh yeah, audience, that was my turn. How do you rate it?
Oh.
How do you
10
rate
out of
that
10.
turn, by the way, audience?
Oh, you can still go, George. I was just reminding the audience.
Oh, okay. I'll shoot him twice.
Cool. Alright, that's a hit.
And I have to roll again for the second time.
You could roll for damage to see if it kills him.
Yeah.
It does indeed kill him.
Yes!
You poke the door open for a better shot, curve it around, and with your gunslinger skills, take out that guy. We cannot do decibels, chat. Decimals, rather.
Decibels is sound.
I rated a 3.5 dB.
Cool. Okay! Alright, you've got one more shot, by the way.
Oh, sweet. Then, if I can, I'm also going to try and take out this guy.
Cool. You duck around to the other side to get a shot at that guy. That's also a hit!
Yeah!
Alright. Weaving back and forth, you fire off 2 quick shots and take out 2 of the High Sierra Clans members.
I blow on my baby pistols.
Alright.
Baby pistols.
That is
They're my
a
babies.
3 looks like the consensus, by the way, for performance.
Oh, well, I see loads of 4s.
I also see lots of 3s, and I round down.
Bitch, that's fair.
Alright. Fabagap just got 170 gold.
Nice!
Ermir!
Alright, firstly, Ermir would like to sort of mosey past Darius, look to the side of the train and look back and see if the horses are in any way catching up.
They're keeping
they've
pace with
fucked
the
off.
train.
Ermir whistles for her horse to sort of keep up a little bit, see if she can, like, try and make it get to her.
Cool. Horse is gonna do its best to dash over. But seeing as it's having to keep pace with a moving train, that's gonna be a little hard.
I'll wait patiently for you. Right. Oh gosh, let me think what I can do here. Would it be impossible to, like, sort of, for Ermi to poke around here with her gun and just fire through this window here, hanging onto the train?
Make an acrobatics check to balance.
Okay, I think this is what Ermir can do. Ermir can do balance at the very least. Oh, also she reload. She reloads before doing this. Acrobatics, yeah.
Yeah, you sidle up to the side of the train and scooch around, hanging on by the very edge as it chundles around so that you can reach through with your rifle and fire.
So I'd like to shoot this man over here, and remind me when sneak attack actually can be enabled for these situations.
When you have advantage, and I would say because you're not attacking from the front, you have advantage. Like, no one's gonna expect you to fire from hanging on to the outside of the train.
The other time it flies is opponent you're attacking is within 5 feet of an ally. So
I see. When they're distracted. Okay.
yeah.
Good to know. Hiya!
That's a hit.
I was about to fuck you up, sir. You.
Alright. The rifle shot cracks through the window, catching this man by surprise, sending him flying backwards and tumbling down until he slams into this bench. It would be the Kenku's turn, but you don't see any Kenku, so you're pretty sure you're good.
Kind of dead.
Darius!
A chunk of Kenku flies through the window.
Oh boy.
Surprise! Undead Kenku attack!
I knew they existed.
I guess I have to get down from the ladder, don't I? I guess I do
My
that.
mama wasn't crazy.
What's up? What was that, Phil?
Oh,
His mama
take
wasn't
the
crazy. Yeah,
My
he's
mama
taking-
wasn't crazy. She did see 10 dead Cancun's.
What we got in there?
More of them. Big guns and everything. Go on, boy.
Should I throw another boomstick?
What kind of damage did it do to the last
I think it killed all of them.
Killed all
No,
of
I
them.
mean to the cart itself. How much damage did it do to that?
You look behind and you see that the bar cart is slowly starting to go a little bit off balance.
If I were you, I'd recommend not using those, purely because this is still government property.
Suit yourself. So what do you suggest? Going in guns blazing or taking a more stealthful approach?
Well, I mean, there's not much stealth left, so...
There's not much stealth left, he says, looking at Ermir on the side.
Yeah, she's got it all. She's got all the
You have
stuff.
to understand, Darius has sort of been on the rooftop. He hasn't exactly been looking at what's been going on, so... what is my rate? Oh, I can totally slam into one of them. Yeah, so, I'm gonna use... Where are my... There it is. I'm gonna use... to slam into... Just rush in and slam one of them
All right.
with my horns.
Cool. You rush in through the door, and this triggers all their ready actions as they fire upon
Oh
you.
god. Oh god. I did not think this through.
That's one hit. That's
Fuck.
2 hits.
Fuck!
That's a natural 1. You know what a natural 1 with firearms does? They explode in your face. Yeah. This
I
third
have
one
a
is just...
feeling this isn't what Alex wanted.
This third one's just completely disarmed. Then there's a miss and another miss. You get 2 gun strikes directly to the torso as you charge in. You take a total of 14 piercing damage.
I was gonna say, I don't suppose I could say that I took a rage before I did that, could I?
Yeah, go ahead and rage. Then you only take 7 piercing damage.
Thank you. Alright.
Thank you, kind
40
lord.
health. Alright, let's do rage then. Advantage on strength checks, strength saving throws. When you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you get a bonus to the damage roll. You have to understand, I've never played Barbarian before, I'm foreign.
You run in,
That's-
you rage, and you kill.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ!
Son of a bitch.
What the fuck?
You kill everyone. Mission's over. Go home.
That's a lot of natural 20s.
Oh my god! I'm sorry, I'm stunned.
Yeah, you just whip your head around and just headbutt this tribesman directly out the window as he goes tumbling past Ermir.
So that just happened again.
Congrats.
Thank you, I think.
All right, you've got an
I
extra.
guess I'll...
Oh wait, yeah, you dash. You don't have an extra attack.
Oh, I don't. Okay, fair enough. Do I
Okay.
have a bonus?
Your bonus
bonus
action was the horns.
Alright, fair enough. Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
I'm gonna roll in here, use this dead body as cover, and I'm gonna try my goddamn hardest to shoot this man right here in the face.
Okay.
Again, activating necrotic damage, assuming that I hit.
That is definitely a hit. You
The chin.
fire your weapon, strike the tribesman directly in the head, and watch as like black veiny some kind of substance just spreads all over his face, rotting it and completely destroying this man.
Fantastic. And now I'm going to use this time to actually use Maddening Hex on this sack of shit over here,
Cool. All right.
causing a psychic disturbance. If I can remind me exactly how this works.
What is your charisma modifier?
My charisma modifier is 4.
Cool. All right. So as the tribesman's gun explodes in his hand, you invoke the power of your patron to further agonize the hexing mark that you placed upon him, as he grabs his head with his hands, and then grabs his hand because it's on fire, and then goes back and forth between the two. He's not having a good time.
And I think, unless I am mistaken, that is my turn. Now I'm just going to make sure that I'm officially using this dead guy as some kind of cover in case they try to shoot me.
You are indeed ducking behind cover. That gives you +2 effectively to your AC.
Thank you.
So, the bandits with, the ones with their rifles that aren't exploded, reload, and decide to shoot the rampaging Minotaur that just headbutted one of their buddies clear out a window. That's a miss, and that's a hit. One of them missed out of fear, but the other manages to get in a lucky shot for 3 piercing damage. I halved it already.
Nice.
Alright. Other than that, they are holding position.
Alright.
Snap, as you get ready to run in, you hear this screeching of wheels on iron from behind you on the train that the dynamite exploded in.
Uh-oh. I am going to yell at what's her name? Ermir. I'm gonna yell at Ermir and say, "This back cart is about to fall off, I think."
You
Do you
think?
know how to uncouple it?
Do I know how to uncouple it?
Yeah, it's real easy. You just pull the pin.
Okay, I do that.
You step down, pull out the pin, and uncouple the bar car from the rest of the train as it goes trundling off behind you before tilting over onto its side.
Please.
Ooh.
That could have been bad for all of us.
Oh yeah, it could have.
God damn.
Anyway, can that count as my bonus action?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, cool. So, I'm gonna use my actual action and come about here. Is that 30 feet? That's 40. Okay, I'll back up 1.
There you go.
And then, is that my whole turn, or can I try to
No,
shoot
you can still
somebody?
shoot.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna aim for this fella.
Cool.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
That's it.
Yeah!
Alright. You fire off a pot shot and manage to pierce through the man's effective cover of the bench and hit him in the side. He's still standing, though.
Damn. At least we got him down a little bit off of his track.
You have 2 shots on each turn because you're a fighter and have extra attack.
I keep forgetting that, and it makes me so happy to know that. I'm gonna fire again. Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Woo! Dang it!
Yeah. This one, though, this one gets him. As he leans out to collect himself in pain, you take advantage of the shot and put one right between his ribs and down the tribesman.
Damn.
I giggled to myself like a little fucking gremlin.
Amir,
Boy, you are a gremlin.
your horse manages to catch up.
Ermir looks at the train and the horse and says, "Alright, let's hope that jump into a horse is easier than jump into a train." And tries to leap onto it.
Athletics check.
Okay. Ermir, I have so much faith in your ability to grab.
I don't know, those gigantic, voluptuous breasticles might, off
She
balance.
has normal breasts, you fucking... Here you go.
Whatever is considered normal.
You mistime your jump, fall short, and tumble back. Make another
Are you sure it
athletics
is
check to
because
grab
of
on.
balance?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh,
There's
God.
not a lot back there, Herbie.
Is there the other horse?
There is the other horse. He's lagging a little behind.
Fuck me.
No.
Oh, come the fuck on. Alright. I will have a...
There you go!
You're
Just because it
infect-
is the Wild West.
You keep jumping onto other people's horses. I'm starting to wonder if it isn't intentional.
Man, Western women and their horses.
A fucking
Wow.
Hey, it's the West. I'm allowed to be a little bit misogynistic.
This is not
I
a
love
good
red
time for
tape.
Ermir. As you tumble along the ground before finally clutching onto the horse, you take 2 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Why does life just... Oh, God. I should not try to be athletic. I am good at staying still and shooting, not jumping and shooting. Oh, my God. Help.
Alright.
Help. Help. Please.
Hail! Hail!
Hey, Darius!
Rev up those fires. Help! Help! My leg.
My leg! Leg!
Seymour, the train is on fire.
No, mother, it's just the
No,
cowboys.
mother, just the Northern Lads.
It's just the boomsticks.
Boomstick. Did you say boomstick? Okay, no.
Kick ass, Darius.
Right. So, this guy is dazed, or
That man is under the effects of a maddening hex, and also his gun exploded.
so he's unarmed? Remind me again what would happen if I damaged him while he's under the effects of the hex.
I think hex only applies if the warlock deals damage to him, but if it does, that's an additional, I think D6? It might be 3D6 because warlocks are funky that way.
Well, if he's unarmed, I doubt he could do too much damage to me. So I'm just gonna walk past him and hit his friend.
All right.
So, wow, that didn't provoke opportunity attack. Okay.
He doesn't have a melee weapon. He doesn't have a melee weapon. He had a
fair.
gun.
Let's see. Let's see here. You're all alone by yourself. Most of your friends are pretty much dead. You want to come about this nicely? You want to take a bullet to the head.
Make an intimidation
Just
check.
stop talking to him.
What was that, Alex?
Make an intimidation check.
I mean, it would be nice to know what kind of scale we're dealing with here.
All right. The tribesman looks up at the raging minotaur, looks at his buddy who is not having a good time, puts his gun down on the bench.
That's a good feller. Now why don't you walk on over here? Action of the deputy.
All right. Cool.
We got a live one.
I'm assuming just because the combat's over in this particular car,
Yeah.
that I don't have to take movement speed. I'm going to just
Yeah.
walk over to them instead of the vice versa.
Yeah, you're
And
free to
I'm gonna-
move. Speaking of which,
I'm gonna-
finally, Ermir, you managed to ride up to the car.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a good sport, and I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna go to the window and try and pull her in.
No, I got on this horse for a goddamn reason. I am staying on it. If I
Alright, fine. Fuck you then.
no, I appreciate that you're trying to help me out,
No,
but
no, it's fine. It's what I always get you for trying to help. Whatever, I don't care.
I lost enough pride without having to get helped onto a train.
Oh my god.
Alright, that's
Please be
enough.
quiet.
The tribesman looks between the two of you, raises what you think is an eyebrow. It's hard to tell under the bandages.
Tarkin is going to use the butt end of his pack rifle and just bludgeon the crap out of the dude to this dude, just to knock him unconscious so he stops going through what he's going through.
Oh, the other guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that boy. Still alive, but down.
All right. The other tribesman doesn't seem bothered at all by you just beating the ever-loving hell out of his buddy with the butt end of a rifle.
This is fine.
All right, now. What's your plan? Boy, let's say he says that in Dwarven.
The tribesman replies, "Get back our gunpowder.
Your gunpowder?
It was stolen. Put onto the train."
Okay. And let's say, for example, that you succeed and you take your gunpowder. What's your plans with the train?
We take the rest of what was stolen from us, return home, confer with the council, decide how the frontier pays for what they have taken.
Alrighty then. How about you sit tight and we'll figure all this out. Can I roll a insight to see if he's talking shit?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeetus.
Given the fact that there are a bunch of heavily...
Considering that I'm sort of like,
Yeah, go
sitting
for
away,
it. Roll with advantage, because Darius is behind him going,
Alrighty. Inside. No, it's not much
It's
better.
a little better.
Given there are a bunch of heavily hardened dudes with him who just took out most of his crew in a couple seconds, you don't think he has any reason to lie?
Alright. I don't usually do this, but I need a second opinion. What we seem to be dealing with here is a rescue mission of supplies. Apparently, these boys have had their shit nicked and are trying to get it back. However, they're also being unnecessarily violent, and I don't like that. You know, because I'm a hypocrite.
Well, at least y'all are being honest about it.
So what do y'all reckon we should do, boys? And no, Snap, I don't want your opinion.
His open smile turns into a scowl as he folds his arms.
I actually pictured that.
It's fucking cute. Did you hear me, fucking Ermeyer? Ermeyer?
Ermir, as she's riding, raises one of the windows up and sort of pokes her head in on the horse and says, "Yeah, it's a little difficult to have a pleasant conversation on a horse in a moving train. So
Then
it's-
get
okay,
off the horse.
I like having the advantage, and I don't." She looks at Snap and says, "Consider that offer of yours to help me on the train. I wouldn't mind it."
Get your ass in here. Extending a hand, yanking the poor girl.
Yeah,
Get into the damn
takes
train.
it. She looks fucking.
All you had to do was get on the damn train, CJ. Does anyone have any rope? I'd imagine. I have a rope in the back.
You remember when I said I didn't have any rope? I lied!
Actually, as a deputy, I think you've got handcuffs.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I would assume so, but oh yeah, manacles. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right, fucking manacle this boy up to this here bench, then I guess.
Okay. Cool. You get the boy all nice and locked up.
All right, you sit here tight now. I'm gonna see what the deal is. Wait, actually, I'm gonna be trying to be diplomatic about this. Y'all got some kind of code word I can use to calm your other friends down?
The tribesman thinks for the Sierra.
Yeetus Bagitas. Sit your ass down.
All right. He kind of awkwardly shuffles up to the bench and sits in it backwards because he's handcuffed to one side.
All right, sweet. I would assume that he's handcuffed to the bar, to the bench, so he's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere unless he manages to rip out that damn bench.
Alright. Cool beans. Come on, boys and lady. Let's advance.
Are we gonna try and avoid shooting these fellers now, or what?
I'm gonna try.
I don't feel particularly good about that, but
Alright.
well, I did my job, so I.
Maybe if we
What
had
is
some sort
in
of
this here,
sigil of some sort,
Uh,
let them know we're on their
We already
side.
got some.
Looks to have been a luxury car of some kind. Have been, because it's now covered in blood and trails of gunpowder. And you can
boy.
see the corpses of some High Sierra guys scattered about.
Oh, goody. Must be our Kenku friends. Can I see anything else in there, or is it just corpses?
Looks like just corpses.
Alrighty then. In we go. Hello? Anybody here? Caw. No Perino.
Lady?
Alright, let's keep going, I guess.
Alrighty.
They got booze here, do
Gee,
they?
sure be a shame if I had to throw a kaboom around here.
Don't.
Swear
Okay.
to God.
We.
I go over to Darius and I kind of like jump up into his ear every few seconds, like, "Hey, can you
Stop doing that!
just do me a quick favor? Just throw the just throw another boomstick in there and we can cut off another part of the train.
This
We
is
have
government
It's like
property.
chopping up a caterpillar, you know?
We have. You remember the part about the people we tied up, Snap?
Did I stutter? I don't think so.
I'm trying to bluff you, little brat.
I got 3 words for you, alright? Diplomacy and government property.
Those words mean nothing to me. Let's proceed.
All right.
So we still notice nothing going on
You
in this
still notice
particular
nothing. Looks
train?
like just a trail of gunpowder leading into the next car.
Alrighty
Does
then.
the gunpowder...
I'm gonna use my foot to try and, move the gunpowder in different directions so it's not connected at all.
Yeah, I was
'Cause
gonna say...
is it like
does
a straight trail?
Looks like just one long trail right now.
Okay, I'm gonna use my foot and my hand to scrub it so it's not in a specific order, and it's not in a line.
Okay, cool.
Is there anything in the area that I'm standing in right now?
Looks to have been a kitchen of some kind.
Any food? Any drinks or anything?
Any matches?
Someone left the stove on, or whatever the medieval equivalent of a stove is.
I'm gonna turn that off. That's dangerous.
Ermir, you coming?
Evil has its standards.
And open up
Yep.
a window.
Oh shit! 1 second.
I love the trope evil has its standards.
Turn it off and open up a window.
All right.
Alright. And looking through this here window?
You peek into a boxcar that has several piles and trails of gunpowder being scattered all around. And doing the scattering are some Kenku.
Of course. Alright. So these aren't the boys we're looking for. Alright, shit tons of Kenku in there. I've had experience with these boys. They suck.
Plan, man.
I'm thinking. I'm out of spells. And we don't want to be using anything explosive. Due to the secondary explosive nature of that scary old gunpowder.
That cart should be next up.
Plus, we don't know what's in those boxes.
Wait, you said that that entire thing is gunpowder? Like
Oh no, there's
everywhere?
coal in the one up front, mixed in with gunpowder apparently.
Do you think these
or-
Kenku would mind if we threatened them with what they had? As in, one of us goes in, politely points our gun at the powder barrels and says, "Hey, stop the train, or boom."
That's a great idea, and I'm gonna jump over the deputy.
Oh, no.
And okay, I'm going to quickly grab the scruff of this little shit. Was it sleight? No, it's not sleight of hand, is it? What would it be? The
Athletics to hold someone.
athletics.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the scruff.
Snap, make an acrobatics check.
Oh, honey, I'm proficient in acrobatics.
You fail to grab the scruff of Snap's neck.
Is it okay if I allow him to grab my foot?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I jump over him, attempt to do a flip, and then he grabs my ankle.
I grab your ankle and I very unpleasantly slam you back to where you were before, landing face first.
All right. The Kenku turn to see what the commotion is.
When we're done with this, I'll be dealing with you. Alright, hide.
All right.
Okay.
I'm hiding on this side of the glass.
I'm hiding. I'm gonna hide right here.
Boom
Right
there.
over here.
Yeah. Alright.
I'm still in the car.
All right. You
And
hear
we'll-
Shoo! And then one of the Kenku steps out, opens the door, pulls the pin on that car.
Can I shoot him?
Yeah, it's your turn. Go for it.
Oh,
That's so-
That's a hit. All right. You take a quick pot shot at the Kenku as he opens the door, but don't manage to stop him from pulling the pin. But now that you have more of your attention on him, you can fire again.
Yes. Snap! Destroy.
Snap. You destroy.
Snap! Kill!
Another bullet goes straight through the Kenku's temple, and he collapses onto the floor. They definitely know you're here now.
Y'all think you better come on! They pulled the pin!
Tarkin's just gonna grab the Kenku corpse and throw him off the side.
Whee!
Ermia looks to Darius and says, "You're good at jumping, right?"
I'm as good as I can be.
Great, jump on the horse. See ya. And Ermia just hops onto the front carriage.
Oh, hell.
I suppose. Shit.
You get your ass back there, Darius.
We see you. We see you moving.
It's Darius, you idiot!
Alright, let me think. Because there's a lot of options here.
There's a lot of options, but it's currently the Kenku's turn.
No, I switched accidentally. It's still
Alright.
It's still Ermir's turn.
I have the card to play.
My bad. My bad.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna. Did I reload last turn? That's what I want to know.
I'm going to say that since you were going through non-combat, you could take the time to reload.
Fantastic. Okay, Ermir is going to take the time to actually steady her aim, and is going to make an attack on this guy at the far end of the train.
Cool.
Because she doesn't want anybody alerting them immediately. So yeah, that's with advantage because I'm aiming. Because
Oh boy.
I love guns, which also means sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this guy's about to be fucking toast. Goodbye. Yeah.
That's a hit.
That's a hit, and this is pain.
You fire cleanly through the Kenku's head and drop him immediately.
Ooh.
And you feel so good, you feel like drawing a card, because I'm pretty sure you're the last one who needs to draw a card.
Yep.
No, Jojo does as well, don't they?
No, I already
Oh,
drew.
no, it was me. Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah,
did the
yeah,
avalanche last time, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you got the avalanche.
I was thinking,
Alright.
there's at least 2 more people, but I forgot Alps isn't there.
Here's the card.
Alright. The publican! You are
do you know
now
that means?
incredibly drunk.
Oh,
Yes!
shit.
Absolutely!
Oh.
I just realized, since Atlas isn't here, that means they have to draw 2 cards next time. No, next game.
We'll see what happens next game. Anyway,
Oh.
you are
God.
drunk on victory and also a little bit wasted.
Ermir sort of stumbles to the ground a little bit on one knee and goes, "Shit, is there something in the air? Oh no, this is not. Oh fuck." Sort of.
Did you have any of the whiskey back there?
I didn't, but I fucking feel like it, buddy. All right.
Darius, we need you to carry a lady.
Alright. The Kenku.
No, that wouldn't be that big of a problem, except for the fact that I'm still on the heckin' train!
Then jump! Bull brain!
The Kenku, seeing that the buddy by the back has gone, the one next closest to the back is gonna fucking book it out of there, get onto the coal car, and start running. His buddies on the boxcar are going to slide open the side doors, clamber onto the sides of the train, leaving just the
this
one
ain't good.
to back up over here, take a pot shot at Ermir. That is a hit.
Woo!
That's a hit for 8 piercing damage.
Ow.
Alright. And then the Kenku is going to duck over by the side of this box, lean up against it, take cover, and reload.
Oh, it's not my turn.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Darius, The train just got uncoupled. You need to jump.
Oh boy, I'm gonna jump! I'm gonna jump!
It's either horse or train.
Can I pull Ermir out of the way?
Ermir's safely on the other side. You can hold her back to make sure she doesn't stumble off the back.
Okay, I grab her legs and I pull her.
Ah,
Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, please don't fall!
I'll fall if you fucking touch me like that. Oh my god.
Alright, I'm gonna jump. That was the wrong character sheet. Somewhere in the distance, Malifane jumps, I guess.
I mean, that's easily enough to clear the gap anyway, so whoop!
Okay, I guess with the power of half-elf Darius jumps. What the hell was that?
You land on the other side of the train just as the car you are in uncouples, along with all the cars behind it.
As long as the train don't fall over, it should be. This guy should be fine, right? Great. Oh, yeah.
I get the feeling that they're readying an action, so I'm gonna try and stealth my way through. I'm gonna try and sneak around to try and find one of them in the shadows.
They're clinging onto the sides of the train. There's only the one that's still in.
Do you mean this one?
Yes.
I'll do that then. I'll just try and hopefully not get his attention. I'm assuming he has cover.
He has cover. Make a stealth check with disadvantage since he knows someone's there.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay.
Okay.
Well, at least it wasn't a
don't.
one.
You go tromping along the train car over the trails of gunpowder.
Okay.
He definitely knows you're there.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna shoot at him then.
Cool.
Just regularly. There we go. Yeah, that did nothing.
Alright.
You know, I'm glad because the number of nat 20s I've gotten so far has been fucking insane. So, I'll take it.
You fire the blunderbuss, but it goes wide, ricocheting against the ground. You hold your breath, but it doesn't seem like it set off the gunpowder. Tarkin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb on top of the train.
Cool.
Which one's a flying one? I don't fucking know. But alright, so I'm up. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, I'm gonna sneakity sneak my way. Sneakity sneak my way right over here. Lean over the edge. And shoot that Kenku in the face.
Alright. That's a hit.
And I invoke the necrotic damage as well.
Cool. Alright. You lean down, aim directly downward and fire at the Kenku, who cries out in pain, but is just barely clinging on to life and the side of the train car.
Alright, and just making sure I know I've got something I can do, but I forget which one it is. Not that one. Not that one. Fucking nope. I read it earlier. Which one is it? Nope. Sorry, just give me 1 second.
Okay.
I just realized that this entire time I haven't been activating the global damage modifier for rage.
Whoops.
You silly.
Whoops.
Ah, shit, that ain't it. Or is it? No, I didn't mean to press it twice. I meant the little cog. That would be an action, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Eldritch Blast is an action.
Yeah.
I think you're all done for this turn, actually.
I'm all done. Never mind. I think I misread something earlier. Never
Cool.
mind. Sorry about that.
Snap!
Alright, this guy is on the roof, right?
They're clinging onto the sides of the boxcar.
All according to plan. Snap is going to hang onto the rails of this side
Make an
and
acrobatics
point
check.
his pistol right at the... I'm great at acrobatics. Never
According
mind.
to Kenku. All according to Kenku.
Now I'm gonna need you to make an athletics check to grab onto the horse before you tumble off.
Oh
Oh, no.
Dunk, da-dunk, da-dunk, da-dunk. You sail right past Ermir's horse.
Good riddance to bad rubbish.
Oh, I just hate to see it happen.
All right.
Darn shit.
You're now clinging onto the side of the slowly decelerating car. Snap.
no! Ah! Somebody! Oh wait, I have a rope. Can I use the rope to try and lasso the horse to pull myself up there?
All right. Make an athletics check.
Fucking. I dropped my fucking rope.
You drop the rope behind you as it goes tumbling off.
Oh man.
This is not looking good for Snap.
Snap is gonna fucking die.
Snap's gonna snap, crackle, pop.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna become fucking elf.
Ermir, are you back from BRB?
I am.
He
Yay!
cries for. He for once in his life cries for help.
Ermir looks to the horse that's keeping up and sort of whistles, like sort of indicates to Snap with a sort of like grimace on her face, as if to say, "You know how this goes."
The horse slowly starts decelerating to get over to Snap.
As this is happening, she tries to shake off the drunkenness that she's suffering from.
No, you're still pretty drunk.
How would I shake this off? Is there any way to not be drunk?
Well, not currently.
I found greasy food to be the best way.
Oh, shut up. Oh my god.
Big
Alright.
old greasy breakfast.
Okay. Firing guns. Okay, I can do that. Drunk, easy peasy. I'm the best shot in the world. If Ermir enters through the front door, would she be able to shoot like any of the guys hanging off the side of the train?
Just the guy in the train.
You know what? That's gonna be about as good as it can get for her. She readies her rifle and sort of sticks her tongue out as if trying really hard to concentrate, and tries to shoot the Kenku.
Okay.
Disadvantage or regular?
Disadvantage, you're drunk.
Yep.
You are a
Nice.
better shot drunk than most people are sober.
Watch out.
Ciao.
Alright. You fire around the edge and deal a grievous wound to the Kenku, who clutches his wound and looks like he is barely clinging on to life.
Yeah, fucking. Yeah.
All
Best
right.
shot in the area.
The Kenku in the car turns towards the front, towards the locomotive. Leaps off the side. He cannot take the bludgeoning damage. He is dead.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, rip.
The others follow suit. The guy that you shot, Tarkin, also can't take the bludgeoning damage, so he is dead. But the others tuck and roll away down the hill. They're basically out of reach now.
Oh.
Don't mean to be that girl, but why are they running? Is that bad? It's probably bad.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it's probably really bad.
We gotta get to the cart.
Alright, we all running?
Alright. Snap, you eventually
Yes, we
managed
all
to get
run.
on the horse now that it's slowing down for you.
Yay! Thank you, horse.
I see that Kenku bitch running. Bitch
Alright.
ass. Kenku bitch.
Great. As
Alright, we're all
I
running.
scroll over to the other side, you peer out the window. There's no roof on this car. It's just a car carrying a lot of coal, and from the smell of it, a lot of gunpowder.
Can Tarkin see me?
I would assume
Probably.
so.
Now we can.
I stick my tongue at him and I flip him off.
So I can resist the urge to shoot him.
Alright.
I love the dynamic so much.
And the last Kenku steps out of the locomotive car, yeets himself right the fuck off the bridge.
Oh.
Oh. I have a terrible feeling.
Wait, hold on. Since the locomotive is heading this particular direction, and we are technically going past him as he yeets, would I have an attack of opportunity?
That is for melee range. You can try to shoot him if you
Would
want,
I
but
have
you'll...
an attack of opportunity?
I would, in fact, like to attempt.
All right.
To
if you want to
him
shoot him
twice
as he
without
dives off the
flat.
side, make a shot with disadvantage.
Alrighty.
All right. The 10 does not hit. As you point a little finger gun at him and fire, this bolt of eldritch energy comes crashing through it and hits the ground behind the Kenku.
It says here that at level 5 I can shoot 2 beams. Does that mean I can do that one more time?
Yeah, try it again.
Yeetus. Oh shit, that's advantage. Not disadvantage, but still 14.
14 still hits.
Yeet.
You kind of lightly poke the Kenku with eldritch energy.
Yeah, it's some.
All right.
How close are we to
I was
our
about to
destination?
ask that.
You look over the side, and it looks like you're a couple minutes away from reaching Colebrook.
How fast
Alright,
can we
screw
stop this thing?
Hopefully
As quick as we can
fast.
get
I
to
don't
the
want to die.
Can I try and ride the horse to the front?
All right.
Snap, I hate to say this, but mush.
You can do it, little man. Just don't jump like I do. You'll be fine.
Snap.
The biggest smile stretches across his face and he does as commanded.
Make an athletics check, Snap.
Oh, why do you do this to me? God, please. Please be good to me.
All right.
Please be generous.
That's barely enough to make it onto the side.
Yes!
You go tumbling back a little bit, and by a little bit I mean the maximum damage it could tumble back into the coal car.
And how much damage is that?
That is 2 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Oh.
Not bad. It's
too
not
bad,
a whole
too
lot.
shabby.
And as you
Oh.
get up and look through the window into the locomotive, you see this hunched, vaguely bird-like figure peer and look back at the mess. Look ahead towards Colebrook,
Well,
he says.
Huh?
I think we can still catch a little bit of it in the blast.
And then he turns around and starts chanting some arcane words as this large ball of fire starts gathering over the coal cart.
Oh.
I
Can
look
I
back.
see
I look back at Turkin, pull up my pistol, and just like kind of nudge my head, asking for permission to shoot him.
Fucking Tarkin nods as well, but at the same time aims his pistol.
Alright.
His rifle, sorry.
You fire your pistol towards the vulture creature. It misses and goes slightly off to the side.
I want to shoot again.
I'm gonna shoot mine with all the arcane magic that I can summon into it.
Alright. Cool. Both of those hit. Alright.
Do I kill him?
The both of you strike the vulture creature, who takes the blows and then slowly lowers his head downward.
So this is the bravery of the west of Damascus.
Oh, that was
I would say they'll write it on your tombstones, but there won't be enough of you to bury.
I can. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Alex, do you give me permission to jump into the locomotive and pull the brake as hard as I can?
Make an athletics check.
Please.
How about
With advantage, because Tarkin puts a big ol' thumbs up.
Yeah, Tarkin gives you the last use of lucky to roll again. Alright. You sprint as far as you can, make a mad jump into the locomotive. I'm going to need you to make a sleight of hand check to get your hands past the vulture and grab the brake.
Okay.
Remember, I don't have any more luck left. Oh, shit.
Yeah. With a desperate grab, you grab onto the lever, and the force of momentum carries you back off the lever, but you hear a ka-chunk screeching of metal as the fire drops into the coal cart and it starts sparking.
Someone put the fire out!
No.
It looks like you can't put the fire out. Best choice is to jump!
Jump!
Can I not use prestidigitation? Can I not use prestidigitation to make a little bit of water appear?
Oh, I have prestidigitation too!
Or if we both use prestidigitation to water it.
Ain't
To
gonna be
water
enough.
a coal cart!
Please! Please!
No, she's right, it won't work.
The
Jump.
vulture laughs.
Jump out
Blast.
one of the windows and tumble into the grass.
Alright, Darius, you throw yourself out the window. Emma, you also do so. Everyone who's jumping out the window takes 5 bludgeoning damage.
Worth it.
As you hear the vulture creature laugh
Last stop, Colebrook.
before there's a giant kaboom and a screech of metal as the locomotive goes sailing down the tracks, flipping on landing on 2 wheels and tumbling down the hillside with a ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk before rolling into a pile and sliding across the tracks, stopping just outside of Colebrook. The rest of the broken and tattered cars that were still attached slowly coming to a stop behind it. You all
Alrighty.
You all slowly get to your feet and look at the scene. It looks like the train was stopped just before it reached town.
Snap throws his fists in the air and then just collapses on the floor.
That was way too close.
Is Ermir still drunk at this point?
I would say jumping from a moving, exploding train is enough to sober you up.
All right. Let's never do that again. Agreed?
I think I've had enough excitement for one day. I'll agree to that.
Tarkin just snickers to himself like, civilians.
And that, my friends...
Deputy.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't get it, Deputy. How on earth do you just live a life like this?
Oh, you know, I ain't no pussy.
Snap is gonna wander over and be like, not too bad for a criminal, huh?
Yeah, it's alright. Tell you what, I still want you out of my town. I'll give you a day's head start.
Ah, damn, alright.
Alright. And so, that's where we end our particular tale here, folks. I'm sure there are plenty more, but I figure just the same as these folks, that's quite enough excitement for one day. Catch you next time on the trail.
Yeah.
Giddy up.
Yeah.